Yeah. I really need some theme music, man. Get some people in the building. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. You know, Fabian perspective. According to the mic thing, like I'm on. I use StreamYard to go stream. According to this mic thing, it's saying I'm on. It's saying the mic is on. Fabian perspective. Expected, so accepted. Knicks Rehab. Big loss. Maybe not a big loss. To the Celtics. Danny Berry. Good morning. I guess he's a few hours back. What's going on, Danny Berry? Shout out to the people on Twitter. Shout out to the people on YouTube. In the building. In the building. I think it's funny that like my son. My son is hilarious. Kids, they'll keep you young, and you need to laugh sometimes, especially with the a whooping we got with the Celtics yesterday, man. Or not like yesterday, 2 nights ago. Tonight we played the Pistons. Let me pull up these stats though. My apologies for not putting it up fast enough. Jesus Christ. Jesus Lord. I'm in the building though. Saturday night, right? February 24th. Boston versus the Knicks. Jaylen Brown had 30. Jason Tatum had 19. Porzingis 22. Drew Holiday 12. Derek White 13. Al Horford had 10. Al Horford 26 minutes. He's a gamer, man. He's a gamer. So 10 and 7 for him in 26 minutes. 38 and 3 for Jaylen Brown. 19, 6 and 6 for Tatum. That's 22 and 4 for Porzingis, the former Knick. Jaylen Brown from start to finish was killing us. I felt like from start to finish, in the first quarter he had 10 points, Jaylen Brown, and you could tell he had it going. He was very aggressive out there. Look who's whoa. In and out of the building. All ball swooping in and out. He'll be back. Knicks are in trouble if they can't get to a near 100% for the playoffs, but we need to win games right now for good playoff positioning. Stoic J. I mean, that's like kind of stoic. Stoic J. All ball.
Yeah, we in the building. What up?
Chilling, man. Just going over the Celtics loss from the other night. I was saying how Jaylen Brown, I thought he was the most consistent Celtics beginning to end. 20 points in the first half. He ended up with 30 for the game. And so far, it was just he's the one that was pretty consistent, set the tone. He shot 54%. Jason Tatum, but I think you won a game like this from Jason Tatum. I don't care what anybody says. Final score is 116-102. 34 points for Jalen Brunson. Going into the game, that's what we were looking forward to. Flea, shout out to Flea, called it out. I need to see a 30 and 10 game from Jalen Brunson. Well, he got 34 and 9, and I don't think Brunson can play that much better. All those are above his averages. 4 turnovers, and for me, what was more important about that all ball was Jalen Brunson doing that against Drew Holiday. Like that to me was the first 2 games. I gotta look it up. I didn't like the way he looked against Drew Holiday, and naturally so. Come on, Drew Holiday is Drew Holiday. He earned his name. But going into it, what did you think? And what you think about the game?
I mean, so first going into it, even though I'm a diehard Knicks fan, I got to deal with reality. I didn't expect us to win that game. We literally have 3 starters out. Two of them, one is a potential defensive player of the year, which is by far best defender that can guard four positions, the one to the through the four. We have one of the best offensive rebounders in the game. That's also a center. That's not here. And then we have our all-star, all NBA third team, Julius Randle, not playing. So let's put that in perspective first, because I'm starting to get upset with a lot of sports fanatics and sports fans that make fun of our Knicks when we lose games, when we literally don't have our team. But when other teams is unhealthy, they get a pass. So let me just say that first and foremost. I just wanted us to be competitive. I didn't want us to get blown out. I didn't expect us to win this game. I don't care how nobody looks. I'm Brunson 34-9 years cute, but too many turnovers. Brunson turns the ball over a lot. Lord have mercy, Josh Hart. Every time he gets the ball, my stomach turns. Give the ball up. Once again, Jaylen Brown. The Boston Celtics did what they were supposed to do. They took advantage. They was the bigger team, the better team, the more talented team. DiVincenzo can't guard Jaylen Brown. Too little. But now if OG and Randall was there, it's a different ball game. But wow, that third, I thought we had a chance. Now let me answer the first question. Going into the game, I just wanted it to be a good game. It was in the Garden. Be competitive. Don't get blown out. Now, as the game was going on, I'm watching. I'm like, okay, let Jaylen Brown get 50. As long as Jason Tatum don't get off. Pause. In third quarter, we tied the ball game up. We couldn't take the lead. But I said, hey, man, we can win this game. And I don't know what happened in that third quarter, but Boston Celtics went crazy from three. That team is dangerous, man. Let me explain something. Al Horford, Porzingis, Derek White, Drew Holiday, Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum. That's six players that can legit, and I'm not even talking about the guys that come off the bench that can shoot. They got 7 players legit that's a threat from three. And if any of them get hot, that's game over. They have the size, the athleticism, they have the star. So, I was more so looking to see how Boston was going to look against us, because my opinion, that's the only threat to us in the East. Embiid is hurt. I do not believe in Milwaukee. As much as y'all know I'm a Dame Lillard fan, Milwaukee, like I said, Giannis got to average 60 for them to win the series. Boston looked damn good, man. We just got to get healthy. I'm not going to panic. What can we expect when, like I said, we have 3 starters out? And the 3 starters we have is legit a big part of what we do. Come on. We got look what's out. Mitchell Robinson is top 5 best centers in the league when it comes to defense and offensive rebounds. Julius Randle is top 5 best power forwards in the league. And he's an all-star in the all-third NBA. Then we have OG, that's probably the best wing defender in the NBA. He's definitely top 5, probably best defensive player in the league. That's what we're missing. We're missing offensively Randall 24, 25 plus. We missing OG between 15 and 25. Come on. So, we just got to get healthy, man. We got to get healthy. But I did want to win that game. It got ugly in the third quarter. I damn near my eyes watered up, man. It's like Boston couldn't miss. Wow. But I'm not gonna go berserk and give Boston all that credit. I still don't believe in Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. They did what they're supposed to do. You're supposed to beat the teams when, of course, when they're not healthy and undermanned. So, for me, it's a sad day. But tonight, hopefully, we got 30 games. We 1-1. If we can go 50%, 15 and 15, I'm cool with that. Hopefully, we're going to hear some news. Like I said, when OG coming back, hopefully Randall and Mitchell Robinson at the end of the season, hopefully for the playoffs. And then it's a different ball game. But right now, we just need to win the games we supposed to win. Tonight, if we win that game, that offsets everything. So for me, if we could do that and hopefully get some help, Milwaukee lose a little bit, Cleveland lose a little bit in this span, I think we'll be all right. Philadelphia, even though they playing well, they ain't going to be able to bow when they just lost again. So my thing is staying in that 3rd, 4th seed. I don't want to move to the 5th seed. Stay in that 3rd, 4th seed, get home court advantage, and I think we'll be fine.
I think the Pistons have been playing pretty well since the trade deadline. I'm looking for something to back me up on this, but it actually looks like they're straight trash. They're 0-5 in their last 5 games.
Exactly. Good try, exactly.
But the kid Boncaro, he had the game-winning shot against them yesterday. I saw Cade Cunningham complaining that he doesn't get a lot of foul calls. Monty Williams, they're campaigning for Cade to get foul calls finally. They saying he gets hacked a lot when he goes to the basket. I still feel like the Pistons have been competitive lately. I don't want to sleep on them because just like Boston was supposed to win this game, like you said, we pushed and they came out the second half and went crazy. That's what we need to do tonight because I got what we wanted out of this. Jalen Brunson looks like he countered a lot of what the Boston showed them before, whether it's trying to sneak in the double team, whatever it looks like with Drew Holiday. He gets rid of the ball quicker. He did turn the ball over 4 times. That's what he does, though. Yeah, he dribbles the ball too much. But also, anytime you hit it on the nose, and you said this from last season before and beyond, Josh Hart, every single defense is salivating, pause, when you cross half court with the ball in your hands.
Which is ridiculous, man.
You have to treat it. You act like a 6'5", 6'4" big man. When you grab rebounds like that, you need to continue to act that way and get the ball out of your hands. You're not the point guard. We got Alec Burks for that reason. And, it's tough to see Deuce McBride a lot, too, because he'll take the ball and just try to score. But I'd rather have him with the ball in his hands when you grab the rebound. You should not. Did he have 2 turnovers, three turnovers yesterday?
Let me tell you something. I played ball a lot. I never had a great handle. I was a good slasher. You give me the ball, I'm going to get it and go. Every time I got the rebound, I'm looking for the point guard. Simple. I'm looking for the point guard.
3 turnovers. You shouldn't have the ball. 41 minutes for Josh Hart as well. That's a lot of minutes. Again, it's too many minutes for a guy who is going to have 3. How many turnovers do you average a game, Josh Hart? Because you get on my like he's that because it's like it stands out. I could understand, and I don't want to just jump all over him because we lost to the best team in the league. Come on now, like I don't want to be
by far
mean about
best team in the league.
Yeah, right now they're the best team. I don't want to be mean about it, but Josh Hart, like we've been saying this from last season, bro. If we can see it from our couch, there's no way you're not watching these games yourself. You're probably not going back to watch the games and see, hey, maybe I shouldn't cross half court. The same thing with Julius Randle. Every time you go to the paint a certain way, if you see the defense collapsing, you have to get the ball out of your hands faster. That's like Jalen Brunson crossing half court a lot of times now. They're trying to trap him. They're trying to trap Julius Randle. They want you to dribble into the paint because they're going to rip you. Josh Hart should never, he does it. You know what it is? Sometimes he crosses so fast and gets to the paint and he'll get that layup. He'll get that dunk. But he doesn't understand. For me, while I'm watching that, I'm cringing because it's a 50-50 call. It's going to be one of those plays in the playoffs that he might get a dunk or a layup and we're going to go bananas. Because we're gonna feel so low with him dribbling the ball, going crazy to the basket, and then when he finishes, we're gonna go so high. But then it can also be that
right. The flip side of the coin is pivotal moment, game winning turnover. He got the ball in his hands and he can turn the ball over. But let me just say this real quick: the reason why I was looking for more so our deficiencies. I wasn't looking to see how great we played because Boston Celtics toyed with us. I watched the whole game. 3rd quarter, they just said enough is enough. Enough is enough. So for me, like I said, we have to win tonight. This 30-game stretch, we cannot go on a 4, 5, 6-game losing streak. We cannot. We need that 4th seed. If we can get the 3rd seed, oh man. But we need to stay in that 4th seed. And there should be no reason that we shouldn't. But I'm going to give you a team that I'm nervous about if we're not healthy. And I got to give you props. The Orlando Magic in the playoffs for us, and we're not healthy, is a dangerous matchup. We have to be healthy, man. I don't know about other Knicks fans, but on Knicks Rehab, we call it how we see it. Yeah, we out of our minds when it comes to our Knicks, but we have to deal with reality. watching a lot of these teams. Look how Minnesota's looking right now. Look at Boston. Look at OKC. So when you look at some of these teams, listen, man, you have to be fully healthy. You have to be. So for us, if we could get healthy at the right time, I think we'll be fine. But to me, that's what it boils down to. That's what it boils down to. We have to be healthy. Because if we run into Orlando in the first round and Mitch, OG, and Randall is still going, bruh, listen, man. So we got to get healthy. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. My thing is win the games we supposed to win, cut down the turnovers. Brunson is my favorite player in the NBA right now. I think he's still top 5 MVP candidate. He has to take care of the basketball. He has to take care of the basketball. I'm sorry. Too many times where I see him and it's like, what are you doing? So take care of the basketball, win the games we supposed to win, and let's get healthy. And I think we'll be just fine because to me, it's only 2 threats in the playoffs because we're not healthy. Milwaukee and Boston. Miss me with Indiana. Miss me with Cleveland. Miss me with whoever. We can never forget about Miami. Gotta, until somebody knocked them off their pedestal, you gotta respect them. But for me, the biggest threats that's in our way is Boston and Milwaukee, and we're not beating them unless we're healthy. So let's get healthy, man. Let's get healthy.
And that's a great segue to Mr. Bomb himself, the Woj.
So am I.
Julius Randle, OG Anunoby, they've been out since January 27th. We don't know, but Woj has all the answers. That's why he is here. What is the outlook for those guys?
With us. Is he going to give me good news?
Don't give him good. There's not full clarity on this yet, but know this with Julius Randle. Last season, when he had an ankle injury, there was, a lot of suggestion to him from medical people that he might want to have that surgery that he put off to the offseason during the season. He didn't do it. He played injured into the playoffs, then had the procedure in the offseason. So you kind of start there with Julius Randle. His inclination is to play, and it is to play even hurt and in some discomfort. That's his goal right now, is to try to get back and play and put anything off to the offseason. But that's still fluid. That's not been fully decided. But OG Anunoby, I think better news on that front. Had a loose particle taken out of his elbow back on trade deadline day, February 8th. I'm told he is right on schedule. There's not been any setbacks. They'll reevaluate him at the end of next week. And then the hope is he starts to get back on the court then. But certainly Julius Randle is the one. I think there's more concern this season about not just getting him back, but how effective can he be playing with that injured right shoulder.
That's some partially good news there.
Well, when you say the word fluid,
that isn't good. That's not good news. That is not good news. I mean, because if the Knicks aren't healthy, it's not happening. But that you can say that about any team. I hope they are healthy because they've done a heck of a job this year. Their whole front office, Leon Rose, the whole group.
All right, thanks.
Thibodeau.
Does he talk more?
So
would have happened. Where I don't.
Okay.
All right. I thought Woj was going to talk about Mitchell Robinson.
Well, I mean, for now, I'm glad we heard something. Because remember, we've been doing Knicks Rehab for a while now. What we've been saying, we want to hear some news. We just want to hear something. So I'm glad OG hopefully should be back, maybe 2 weeks. Look how we was playing when we had OG, even when Randall was out. So if we can pick that back up, I think we'll be fine. And for me, if OG come back and he's healthy and we can get it going again, it's no need to rush Randall back. Let him get healthy as possible and get him right by the playoffs. So I think what's most important is getting OG back so we can build like chemistry again and we can get on that path, on that train, man, because when he was here, we was rolling. Listen, we beat all the best teams. And all those teams had their guys fully healthy, had their whole team there. We beat Minnesota, Milwaukee, we beat Philly. So, listen, man, that's for me, that's great news because I didn't hear, hey, well, we don't know, or might have to have surgery. It's a dub. No, OG will be back in a couple weeks. Hopefully, like he said, they'll reevaluate him at the end of this week. And hopefully we may see him next week. So for me, that's why I say we win the games we supposed to win. That holds off rushing Randall back. If we can win one, lose one. Win one or two, lose one. Like I said, I don't mind losing to the teams we supposed to lose to when we're not healthy. But if you could, after you go, can we get the schedule of the remaining games?
No, let's do that now.
Yeah. I would love. I know a couple of them, but we should have now 28 games left? Because we had 30 after the All-Star break, and we just went 1-1.
Or the 34 and 23, so what's that? 57 games, so that's 25 games left, right? Yeah,
okay, 25.
Yeah, game charts preview. How do I see this?
I tell you, I'm going to have to buy me a whole new nose, man. This allergy thing is, oh my God, sinuses. And Lord have mercy. Anybody selling noses out there? Hit us up, man.
It's getting bad.
Yeah.
Oh, you want a list of it? Like you know what? Hold on, I gotta do this.
Yeah, let's just go through the next 20. Let's just go through the next 25 games before the playoffs, and let's just go and see which ones we can win and which ones we can't.
Yeah, there's an easier way to do it right here. Boom.
Because this stretch is very important, and we're still in the 4th seed, right?
4th seed, and where we at? What is it at? All right, so here's the next 25.
So you have to read it. You have to read it off because from my end, that's real small.
Yeah. So the next 5 games for the Knicks, we're at home against the Pistons, Pelicans, and Warriors. The next 3 games.
Whew. So, wow.
Then we go to Cleveland.
Hold on, no. Hold on. Let's not rush through this. Hold on. We should win tonight. Pelicans and Golden State. Wow. If we could split those, that'd be great. It's going to be tough, though. Pelicans is tough. And Golden State, even though they losing, they playing their hearts out because they really trying to get into the playoffs.
Yeah. And the Pelicans, we play them tomorrow on a back-to-back. So that, with the injury, that's going to be tough.
All right, so let's just say, all right, so let's do it like this. We should win tonight. We lose the next 2, right? Okay. What's the next 2?
You got the Warriors. That's the Thursday night game. If you're planning to lose that one, I mean the Warriors are coming in tough too. They're playing hard body karate. All of a sudden, Draymond came back. The life and heart bloodline of the Warriors, and he's bringing them to new levels. Then we go to Cleveland on Sunday, 7 p.m. That's tough. They're coming in there on fire.
Well, Donovan Mitchell didn't play the other day, so let's see how that works out. But I'm pretty sure he's going to play.
He's hit and miss, and they're getting their guys back, though. Because even though Donovan Mitchell's not playing, come on, Darius Garland as your primary ball handler now is not nothing to sneeze at. So we expect that to be a tough game. But a little bit of rest there, because look, Friday night, Saturday night, it's going to be 2 days off before we play Cleveland after a back-to-back with the Pistons and Pelicans. Okay. And then this game right here, we're coming back home to play the Hawks and the Magic. And that's Tuesday night. So we're getting a next Monday night off. We play Atlanta at home. If I'm not mistaken, Trae Young is out.
But even if he wasn't, we should beat Atlanta. Orlando, man, we owe them a beat down so bad. I'm sick of seeing them. So right now, in the next 10 games, we could possibly go 3-7. Shit.
All right, give us 3-7. Why you got 3?
All right. Hold on. Give me the 10 games. Pistons,
you got to win. Pelicans, you got a loss. Warriors, you got a loss.
I'm calling that a loss, yeah.
And Cleveland,
I'm calling that a win against Cleveland. I'm not high on Cleveland.
So that's 2-2, and then we got the Hawks. You got to win on that.
I'm giving us a win on that.
That's 3-2, and now you have the Magic.
They got our number, bro.
The Magic are tough, and if Suggs plays, that'll be tough on Jalen Brunson. A lot of pressure on him.
Right.
Also, you have after that is back-to-back games at home against Philadelphia. To be honest, I think we can win those
we
games
can win both of those
easily.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we can win those games easily. It gives us time to have OG.
Okay.
When he's gonna reevaluate in another 2 weeks.
So what's that? All right. What's after the back-to-back Philly? What do we have? What's the next 2 games after that?
The Blazers and Kings.
Kings, we losing that, bro.
Okay, we can lose that one.
Yeah, but we beat the Blazers. Okay, yeah, that's all right. So that's more so looking what 5-5, maybe 6-4.
Right now look, the Pelicans and Pistons game is the back-to-back. That's really the worst part of this schedule because then you have the Hawks playing 2 days after the Cavaliers game. The Magic game is 3 days after the Hawks game. The Philly game is 2 days after that, and then another 2 days after that. So there's rest in between. There's not really too many back-to-back. There's only one back-to-back in between this time.
Right.
And then again, we play the Warriors again. We're going to be on the road on this West Coast road trip. That's what the Portland Trailblazers is going to start. Okay. So I mean, I think the 500 goal is still reachable.
And what's our last 5 games before we get this off the screen?
The last 5. What after that?
No, just give me the last 5.
The last 5 of what? Like that we just played or that we're gonna play?
No. I'm saying the last 5 games we have before the playoffs.
Oh damn. The last 5 games of the season.
Yeah.
Is you got at Milwaukee, at Chicago, at Boston. That's competitive. Then you come back home for the Nets and the Bulls. Well,
we should beat them. I ain't gonna lie, the Bulls, even though we should beat them, they be playing tough sometimes, man.
Yeah.
But we should beat those. We should beat the Bulls twice and Brooklyn. We should win those.
Yeah.
Because by then, OG should be back healthy.
Yeah, and they're tough, bro. I'm not gonna lie. The Bulls just
they don't give up, bro.
And they played tough for 3 quarters. And last time, Randall's the guy who really came through and torched the Bulls. And it was that 3rd quarter. We were like, playing around with them for the first half. Randall came out and we're not gonna, even if he does come back, we don't expect him to be in the full game shape that he came in by the time he, around December. Randall was picking it up when he started up after he started off slow this year. Harmony, what's going on? Carla, what's going on?
Oh man, what's up?
Harmony,
what's up?
Quality.
Yes. Family
Dom's
right
in the
there.
building. What's up, Dom?
Dom, what up, Dom? Yeah, so
my bad.
Not as bad as I think, but all those games, there's really no easy games when you're unhealthy. Now, if we had our full crew, then man, listen, we rolling. So a lot of those games is losable games, like the Golden States, the Chicagos, the Pelicans, the Orlando Met, like those is tough outs, man. The only ones we is guaranteed is probably Detroit, the Brooklyn Nets, and maybe Chicago. Everything else is a toss-up, especially if we don't get our guys back.
And then, real quick, we got to get into, we got to catch all the haters out here.
Let's do it.
We got to catch all you haters out here because I cut Bob Myers off earlier because you get on my nerves, Bob Myers. Who do you think you are? You
quit on my nerves too.
Warriors. Yeah, you quit the Warriors. You quit them. You weren't ready for that smoke. You weren't ready for that smoke that they're dealing with right now. You ran from the real grind. How to end the dynasty.
He definitely ducked that smoke.
Yeah, you didn't get the tour. You know who else didn't get that world love tour? Paul Pierce, you hater. We got you on film. You look crazy. And we heard what Draymond said. Now we got to side with the junkyard dog. You talking about us like this? We got you.
Knicks will not make it out the first round. You think they got a chance?
I don't think they got a chance to win it.
Not to win it, but they are threat.
I think this is what they gonna do. I think they're gonna break some.
Knicks fans, y'all can hate me. Y'all can continue to hate me. But
who the hell was that guy?
They're gonna break somebody.
Right now.
So right now, look, right now. You got 2nd round matchup, Milwaukee.
Knicks might lose first round.
Who they got?
Yeah, right now, the playoffs start today. Knicks versus Sixers. If Embiid back, I'm taking Sixers.
Yeah.
What?
Embiid coming back.
All right.
So you confident that the Knicks right now, and then who they got to see the 2nd round? They got to see the
How much
Celtics.
they beat the Sixers by tonight?
No.
No, I mean, this type of beat, like for everybody else. Y'all getting beat. Okay, Debo coming back.
Debo coming
But the
back.
rest of y'all better not be caught on the block. Because
All right, and hold on.
who's guarding Jalen Brunson?
So listen to this.
Fourth quarter.
Indiana is 1 game behind Sixers, so they can be in that slot. I'm going to say it right now, and look at me. Knicks will not make it out the first round.
He blew it.
Knicks, I'm looking at it now. Knicks will not make it out the first round. Teams is going to be like, all right, let's
lose
a couple games so we can match it with the Knicks first round.
No. Nobody doing that.
Let's make this playoff push.
Ain't nobody doing that.
Ain't nobody
doing that, dog.
That's enough, man. What the hell is Paul Pierce talking about? That's your caller. That's your squad member. Always love for me. We always got love. We got to bring smoke to Paul Pierce. Sounding like an idiot. What the hell is Paul Pierce talking about?
Sorry about that. You see what happens when people start talking crazy about my Knicks? The phone start doing all type of stuff. But that was a call. I'm sorry.
It's all good. Your phone gets alerted to the idiots. What the hell is Paul Pierce talking about? What Draymond said. They don't love you like that. They don't love you like Kobe. Now forget everything I said. I'm taking Carmelo over Paul Pierce. Knicks for life. What is he talking about? How? Here we go. Here goes Dime. Why is he an idiot for having a tank? You know why, Dime? Because he just said that Joel Embiid is going to come back healthy and beat us. The same Joel Embiid is going to all of a sudden somehow get healthy and then have stamina.
So hold on. Let Dime, Paul Pierce, all the just Knicks haters, just call it what it is. When I'm a hater of something, I own up to it. Y'all telling me y'all are smart. Y'all watch the game. Y'all seen how we was looking with OG. Y'all telling me with OG, Julius Randle, our team fully healthy. You see DiVincenzo knocking down threes, and then we got Burks and Bogdanovic. Y'all telling me us fully loaded and healthy, we're not a threat? Like, come on, man. Like, we gotta stop. We gotta stop.
It's a joke.
Yeah, like enough is enough. Yeah, of course, we're losing whatever round if we not healthy and we don't have none of our players. But if we're saying, because remember, Paul Pierce and these guys are saying this when we was healthy. Like, the hate is crazy. So let's don't look at us now and say that. When we went on that winning streak and we had that stretch of playing great basketball, you telling me we not getting out the first round? Right. Listen, man. That we here, man. But that's what goes to show you the Knicks is here. Because if they don't talk like this, you ain't doing something. When you doing something right and you a threat, they start talking like this because they know. Oh, yeah, we here. That's what that mean. And Dom, everybody. What has the Clippers done? Yeah, let's go there. Are y'all a threat? Can y'all actually lose in the first round? If y'all play a OKC, a Minnesota, a Denver? Come on, bro. Cut the jokes, man. We legit. We injured. Y'all watch the game and y'all still saying the same thing? Come on, bro. Cut the jokes. Paul Pierce, go to capital HELL.
That's why
Kiss my ass.
When RJ Barrett was here, I was saying, yo, RJ Barrett, you need to study Paul Pierce because he's very crafty. You could be like a left-handed Paul Pierce, you know, that sneaky athleticism, and he's a swaggerless individual. Paul Pierce, you have zero swag. It is horrible. Horrendous. You have zero charisma.
Paul Pierce still wearing baggy jeans. That's a fact. That's a fact. Big shout out here, legend and all that, but Lord have mercy.
Not today. Not after that clown take. Look, Stocksinho, who can even upset the Knicks at first round? I wasn't trusting Sixers to beat Knicks 1 month ago.
Thank you.
Sixers were healthy. Charles Stocksinho, he said, who can upset us? Us. This guy, Stocksinho, you picking up, you know what I mean? Kind of smart now, man.
Yo, nobody had this smoke when we was healthy. Remember, Dom everybody. Oh, no, I can see y'all getting to the conference finals. But now that we doing bad because our guys is hurt, now it's all of this. Ah, man, yo, listen. I can't wait.
You see, Carl, now the Knicks are a problem in the 7-game series, especially healthy. And I'm a Celtics fan. A lot of fans are living in the past. Come on, man. Knicks one move away. Summer 2024. Stockstino. Dom, we don't want to hear about your fake Knicks fandom. I don't want to hear it. You're lying. Boss man, greetings to the boss man.
Yes, boss man. What's up, man? Big shout out to everybody in the building.
Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Love y'all. And that's what stood out to me about from what Paul Pierce said, because it didn't make any sense. He was just hating, because it's like, yeah, and he looked directly to the camera. He looked for the Knicks fans, and it's like, oh, that's why, because you want us to go back and forth with you in the comments and go crazy. They know what we're doing.
Can I give Paul Pierce a message?
Of course.
Worry about your Celtics underachieving another year. You better take it. How many years y'all been the best team in the East or the best team in the league and came up short? So while you hating on our Knicks, how much help is the Celtics going to give Brown and Tatum and y'all asses don't win nothing? Yeah, let's talk about that, Paul Pierce. Worry about your Boston Celtics. We all right over here, bro. We don't need none of your nasty, hating-ass takes. Worry about them Celtics, mess around, you know what I really want to say, and get upset. So while you worrying about us not getting out the first round, worry about the Boston Celtics coming up short another season and getting bumped off and knocked out. Worry about that. Because that's likely more to happen than us not getting out the first round. Yeah, I'm saying it.
Yeah. You wouldn't have won since 1988 if it wasn't for Danny Ainge and Kevin McHale rigging the damn trade machine with Kevin Garnett. You know, them partners getting that. You would have been 0 rings. What are you talking about, Paul Pierce? Going on a wheelchair like that on the sidelines. They just said Kobe. So he had to go to the bathroom. They just said Kobe, when he tore his Achilles, they tried to give him a wheelchair. He goes, man, F Paul Pierce. That's the first thing he thought of was you when they brought a wheelchair out. Paul Pierce.
I'm going to post that.
They saw a wheelchair and they thought of Paul Pierce in LA. In your town.
I'm going to post that pic on my story. Yo, do you really look at that pic? Like the screenshot of him when they carry, like it's 4 people carrying him, and he like to look like somebody shot him. I'm like, yo, come on, man. What's going on? So big shout out to Paul Pierce, definitely legendary. But for today, you can go to hell, my brother. That's a fact. Knicks for life. Yeah.
He said he could go.
He might be already going. All right, let me.
He said he could go. Look at your man. Come on, Paul.
No. Get it. You got to get the picture when they carrying him out. Hold on. Right. Where is it at? Come on, man. Come on. Look at that picture with him getting carried out. What?
Yo.
Come on, man. What? Do you see that picture?
Hold on, but you know, he makes it crazy. He said, all of this.
Look
yo,
at
all this. Yo, we're talking about no disrespect. Respectfully, we're talking about a man that's been poked up before. Pause. And he's been through dire straits, stared death in the face. And he said he had to go to the bathroom and take a number 2. This is what really happened. That was the real story.
I'm being
so
real.
Tony Allen is over here holding you because he had to go to the bathroom.
I'm being honest. To go to the bathroom like that with that face, he had to have Chipotle. That's Chipotle, bro. Yeah. That's that corn from Chipotle. Yo, Paul Pierce had that corn from Chipotle, man. I'm telling you. Listen.
Paul Pierce, what the hell were you thinking?
Come on, man. Oh, my God, man. These dudes, man, you got to love it, man. You got to love it. Oh, my God. Man. Please get that picture off. That picture's making my stomach hurt. Lord have mercy. I'm about to be looking like that.
Oh, man.
You got to love it, man. The hate on the Knicks, man. But that's when you know the Knicks is doing something great. Like I said, you know, with our Knicks, you know, it's been a long time since we've been in the headlines. It's been a long time since the spotlight's been on us. And I think, my opinion, just to be serious real quick, I think a lot of teams, a lot of fans for other teams, I think they nervous. Big shout out to my brother Zay. I tell him all the time when he call me and make fun about the Knicks, it's because they nervous. They know. Think about how many people been making fun of us, been saying we ain't gonna never win. And now we right there because they know when the Knicks win a championship, what y'all are gonna have to deal with, you ain't gonna never see nothing like that ever again. I guarantee you the Knicks championship when we win is gonna be the biggest thing in sports in the past 100 years. Watch, mark my word. And you know how many dudes gonna have to tuck and run? Hoo. So trust me, we here, baby. We here.
Speaking of Paul Pierce, aka Chair Jordan, aka Will Chamberlain. Shout out to Amazement 7.
Will Chamberlain. Wheelchair Paul is crazy.
We do have, I mean, something his partner in crime, KG.
Right.
Something you did want to touch on. Pause.
Yes, hold on. Yeah, please play a clip of that because people are really trying to gloss over this. Please, let's see what KG said.
Bucket on Brown right now? Yeah, he can get a bucket on Brown right now. Nope. Yeah, he can get a bucket. No way. Nope. Nah, he can get a bucket on Brown averaging 25. No, I didn't say he ain't. I don't care what he's doing, but he ain't sliding, playing that. It's a level. 25. Nah. Lord, 25. You still, Lord, he dunking? He's still dunking the ball with. I'm saying that Bronny can get a bucket on Brown. I'm saying he can't. Run, roll out, get a bucket. 3 dribbles? No way. I'm talking about get a bucket on. No. Man, come on. That little dude is explosive, bro. He is, but you seen his dad? His dad on that balcony. You seen his dad? His dad on that balcony.
So, for people, right? I love the music. For people that don't understand, Kevin Garnett said LeBron is on that balcony. He's on that new juice. Now, my opinion, alleged, we don't know. But for a guy like Kevin Garnett, Hall of Famer, MVP, champion, played at the highest level, top 5 greatest power forwards all time, arguably top 3 because some guys got him real high. He knows the game. He can watch. He played it at that level. Even if he don't know for sure, and it's alleged, he knows, bro, how is you doing this? How? Hey, Fabian, we've been around. Man, people go to the gym. We play sports. You will look at a person and be like, huh? Nah, bro. Nah. You about to be going on 22, 23 years? You going to play till you 42, 43? And average 25, 7 and 7? And still running up and down the court, tomahawking? Huh? So for me, my thing is this. Why did KG say it? Some people said he was joking. Okay, cool. Why say it? Because for me, certain things is not a joke. Certain things you can't say it even if you're joking and think it's not going to be taken serious. My opinion, I'm asking, why would KG say that? I'm sorry, not my opinion. I'm asking your opinion, Fabian. Hearing what he just said, why would KG say that?
I mean, I gotta be honest. I think they're all on it. I think 90% of the league is on this stuff. What was a kid? Rashard Lewis got caught with it. I think the Balco thing, for me personally, he's saying it, I think, tongue in cheek. And you know, it's fun, it's funny, but it's LeBron. He's 39 years old. It could be what we all look forward to. Listen, man, give me some of them green blue pills, whatever LeBron is taking. What the hell are you guys talking about? Give me all of that. Give me 3 bottles of it. What are we talking about? As me playing like 39 years old, if LeBron can do it, anybody can do it. I don't think, especially in this era when they keep talking about, they keep hinting at it. modern day medicine, science, this, that, and the third. That goes hand in hand with science, all of it. So if he's on it, it doesn't. I don't know if it takes away from who he is, what he's done, because you would have to take away from the entire era. My only thing is, if I want to feed into it, would be if he is on it, why are they hiding it?
Well, for me, if he's on it, it's embarrassing because how are you gonna play? How are you gonna play 30 years, be on steroids, and you still don't win? let me say that again. You play 30 years, you cheating, and you still don't win. If they didn't create the play-in, y'all wouldn't even be in the playoffs the last couple seasons. So for me, like I said, I don't think this is nothing to sneeze at, whether we believe it or not. I don't think, sure, we've all said things where somebody say, yo, you shouldn't play like that, even if it's a joke. Remember, he's been accused of this before. Even as early as this year with I think the UFC guy was saying, yo, we got the same doctor. So this is not the first time. And like I said, my thing is, it doesn't take away. I'm not going to sit there and say, if it's true, he's not great and his accolades and it's an asterisk. No, I do the opposite. And you still ain't the GOAT. You still. So for me, it's comical, man. But no,
you don't want to stay there. I like that point because Barry Bonds, before the juice, he was still he was regarded as the best player in baseball. It was him versus Griffey, right?
Right.
Once he got on the juice, there was no doubt in my mind. There is no doubt maybe the best athlete player of any sport. I don't care what sport you got going on. But that is the hardest thing ever to do is to hit a baseball. And he only had one pitch a game. I went to go see him at Shea Stadium. Everybody's booing like a bunch of idiots. You're never going to see this again in your life. Right. He turned into a literal video game. So to your point, we're not talking about Jeremy Lin.
Don't do that. The great Jeremy Lin.
We ain't talking about Rashad McCants.
Hold on, we ain't talking about hold on, didn't your man just get caught cheating? Tristan Thompson. We ain't talking about Tristan Thompson tried to cheat. Come on, man.
We ain't talking about no other rappers, man. We talking about LeBron, Raymond, James. What if you took PEDs and you still aren't the clear-cut GOAT? We gotta be honest about this.
Hold
on. If Michael Jordan was on the juice in '96, they might have arrested him, bro. He would have been crazy. He would have been at the gambling table shooting up steroids and then gonna go play back-to-back games. Michael Jordan on juice would have been insane. This is all I'm saying. He would have played every game, every minute of every game. How competitive he is, that is the difference. For LeBron James to be on juice and you still don't have the GOAT title? Clear cut? Hold on. The flame is on. Do not come over here and try to influence Josh Hart to take any of that bullshit. Please. Take your ass and
listen. They laugh at the old dude, said they sniffed drugs, they drunk beer, right? But then you got these guys that got all the equipment in the world, all the technology, and you juicing, and you still don't win more than them. Is Ramon a Dominican or Spanish name? Ramon? Why is his middle name Ramon?
The connect, the real connect.
No, see. I'm being serious. Why is his middle name a Dominican name?
Well, we don't even spell it like that.
He got the little slash on it.
He got an accent.
Come on, man. He got the Pepe Le Pew on it. Are you kidding me? LeBron is Dominican, bro.
Yo, he does like Sammy Sosa. He said, "Yo, Stocksinio said, no way you hating on his middle name too." I'm crying.
Yo, listen. I'm just saying, if my pops name me Tucson Jose Moss, I might have some questions about that, brother. I'm not. What are you doing? Forget about it. He's a Dooski. Forget about it. I'm just saying. Why is his middle name Dominican?
You gonna look at mom like, Mom, who's Jose?
Right. You know when you in class and they go give us your full name, you may look at it like you playing. Like, what the? Somebody playing? Remember, I'm going home on your mind. Hold up. Why is my middle name Dominican? I'm black. What are we doing here?
Stocksinio said there wasn't no pops. That's our point. Where's he at?
Yo.
Where's Raymond?
Razor Ramon. Know what I'm saying?
Yo, is LeBron third wheel trash bum or is he too good so he's on PEDs? That's a great question, Stocksinio.
I'm trying to tell you, man. Listen, man. I'm just saying we having some fun, but for Kevin Garnett to say that, like I said, just my opinion, a player at that level, as I'm saying as far as LeBron, certain words I don't think you should play with. But once again, I think Garnett, who watches the game, and he got to be saying in his mind, like, I played. And it's nowhere in the world this man is on his 21st season and you still averaging 25, even though we know you don't play back-to-backs damn near and things of that nature. But still, you have the motor as if you still 34, 35. For me, it's something weird about that. But like I said, I love it because you still ain't winning. You still ain't got the most chips. You still ain't got the most MVPs, finals MVPs. You still ain't got a whole bunch of scoring titles. You just doing that shit to what? Run up and down the court? I don't know, man. But big shout out to LeBron Razor Ramon James for being on the juice, allegedly.
This is such a reach. AllBall is terrible for buying into this kind of hate. Listen, man.
Hey, man, that's my brother
reporting the news.
That's
it. Just reporting the news, Flea. That's what's a hot topic. ESPN won't cover it. A-Rod, speaking of Dominican, Orange A-Rod is crazy.
Orange A-Rod is Aaron Carrot Rodriguez is crazy. That's like, where they getting these tens at, man?
What'd you say?
Niggas
Alex Carey Rodriguez.
Oh, Alex Rodriguez. We said, what these niggas tanning on the sun, man? They taking them trips to the sun. You know that, right? That's the new thing. No, listen, that's the new thing. They flying you as close as they could to the sun, and you in the tanning thing like a spaceship, and then they fly you back. $1 million.
Those are the new PEDs. Well, his mama name is Gloria, so maybe he got some Dominican in him.
I just see.
I don't want to see who got some Dominican in them, allegedly.
Whoa. Listen.
Not an expert, but
no
PED players supposed to have a big problem, like massive drop off late in their careers. This PED thing is a topic for 1.5 decades now. For me, in all seriousness, I think PEDs is miracle drugs. Like before, like I grew up asthmatic. They have steroids in a pump in the asthma inhaler. Steroids are known for like anti-inflammatories. It's a miracle drug. It's a recovery thing. But I think, to your point, Stocksinio, it's when they abuse it, because you're supposed to use it to recover. Like when Kobe went and got his blood spun in his knee by the German doctor, it helped him recover. So when you take steroids, it's as simple as when you work out, you're supposed to give it a day or two rest for the muscle to come back and repair itself. Steroids allow the repair to take place a lot faster, so you could go work out again and then tear the muscle back down and build it back up again. So with PEDs, it's like human growth hormone. Remember, these things are undetectable. So for me personally, it's a dope era we live in, man. We live in the best and the worst times. I'm always gonna say that, the best and the worst times, because these ain't nothing like natural medication, but damn, anti-aging and making you feel a 40-year-old, making you really feel like you're 30. That is kind of crazy. Just saying. Ooh, look, Dom Dropper said Dr. Hawk refrained to comment when asked about this in the chat, but said some things are just not natural. Shout out to Dr. Hawk. This guy's an anesthesiologist, big time doctor that Dom got in the celebrating group chat, celebrating basketball, the history of basketball group chat that we got, and well, that Dom Dropper has, and he invited me in. I'm always grateful for that. But Dr. Hawk is a historian. You ask him about any player from the 1970s, he knows about them,
Right.
and he's a doctor. So he said some of these things are just not natural. Not to accuse anybody of anything, but it's again science, medicine. So it's funny. We made a joke out of it, but you know,
Listen,
LeBron could be a case study.
No. But listen, like you said something that you said you think everybody on it, and then now when you think about it, let me just break it down. Big shout out to Coach, man. You know, Coach Kyle, Brooklyn Academy. But also, hold on, big shout out to my guy, Coach D Mac, right? My guy on the coaching staff at Fordham University. He invites me to the games, invites me to the practices, man. Nothing but love. Big shout out Fordham University, the whole coaching staff. I played, and I was a shooter. I was at the Fordham gym, and I took one step across half. I can't take that shot with my shooting form. That shit look like you shooting in the Atlantic Ocean. Mm-hmm. These dudes are shooting at like a layup. Now that I'm thinking about it, any of y'all, a regulation size basketball court, take one step above half and tell me you shooting that with your shooting form. And these dudes is just with no problem. Listen, man, I hope it's not true. All this can be alleged. Like I said, these guys could just be great, could be something in the water. Great athletes, talent is out of this world. But I'm just saying, man, the range is crazy. The range is crazy.
I gotta be realistic. I gotta be realistic about that. I think there's no way they're not on something. There's no way. It makes no bro. There's so much money. Again, and at least we'll get to that in a second with the that topic in a second. It's just too much money, bro. It's too much money to leave on the table for the players. If you're the owners, you help them hide it, just like in baseball. I'm not gonna broadcast that these guys are on PEDs if it hurts us. We ain't talking about nothing. Bud Selig and them covered all that up for baseball when it was Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa. And I forgot why exactly they started like going against Barry Bonds. I don't know why, but it just became like the media turned on the premier player on Juice, and it turned into like this bad thing when I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. I think it's a natural progression, man. All ball saying all that, and then adding, I'm just saying, man. It's like Senor, you know him already. As far as I'm concerned, he's just one of the best athletes ever, regardless. For the record, I don't use this against Braun because I have zero proof. I'm not going to use it against him. I think Wilt Chamberlain, I think all these guys would have been on the same thing. I can't see how they're going to be this competitive, want to play every game, and not want to get on. Like Jordan was dying to get on the court with a broken foot. And the Bulls, some will argue rightfully benched him because to rest him. We talked about the Grant Hill injury a couple of days ago. That was really something for a long time. The Spurs held Tim Duncan when he was injured in the playoffs. They sat him down. Dirk Nowitzki, if I'm not mistaken, was sat against the Spurs also because that was 4 or 5 years after Grant Hill had hurt himself and didn't ever recover from surgery and stuff like that. So there's a lot that comes with this. Look, something that nobody talks about either is the microscopic surgery. Them microscopic surgeries are done. They used to be like something where they put a hole in your kneecap and fill it with blood until the tissue repairs and it fills back up to repair the muscle or the ACL, whatever it was. That is no longer happening. Think about all the players we lost in microscopic surgery. Amari Stoudemire, Penny Hardaway. There's a list of them that we lost. I just seen a post of that. So all that stuff is kind of gone again because of the progress in medicine, the progress in science. So I don't find any of these things. I think that they go hand in hand. It's in a way we're kind of playing God. Yeah, T-Mac also. Thanks, Dom. There's a couple of guys that were just We thought they were done. Just when somebody tears their ACL, we thought they were done. Did those work well for anyone? I don't think they did. I don't know anyone that came back from microscopic surgery and was doing all right. I think everyone's done with our anti-Knicks talk. But you're gonna have to pay attention to this because we got more. We got more. When we're gonna let AllBall come back in the building when he's ready. I did want to get into this. I did want to get into Paul Pierce. Speaking of Paul Pierce on a roll this week. He said money in business is ruining the real love and competitiveness of the game of basketball on all levels. And this is Gil's Arena. The guys talk about it. They break down and debate whether that's true or not, whether money in business ruin the NBA.
It's been running it, so it's been running it.
Okay.
Money in business has been running all of it. It's just more visible now. It's in everybody's face. Ruining it. Why did I go cap, I guess?
So we got a cap.
Yeah, I'm gonna go cap.
It's been there for a long time.
I mean, it's been prevalent since
cap. I mean, as
far as I can remember.
Cap is cap like a motherfucker.
Like
it's cap.
Why do you feel that way, Brendan?
I mean, just like you said, just because we were able to. I mean, you just wasn't able to see it like that back then. But now it's so visible. Everybody thinks everything is rigged or all this stuff. I mean, probably is still rigged, but the money with basketball, that's everything. I mean, that's the reason why we play basketball. Like, I mean, to get out the hood, like we usually come from the hood.
I went to ABCD in fucking 1995.
You can see the influence of money in business at that game. Automatically.
Every rule that's been changed for money.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, think about as I said, we say it, but then we don't equate it to anything. Jordan was the money. What was Pistons doing?
Fucking up the money.
Fucking up the money.
Fucking up the money.
Oh shit! This is the dude that's saving the NBA from going under. No more hitting them. Changing the rules. Hey, all those people you got. Did you notice all the people that was on that team end up being on Michael Jordan's team? Right. So you're fucking the money up, and we need to make some rules for it. Right, we need to create a way to make all offense, right? 94-95 is 24 feet from the three-point line. Jordan retires, they freak out. Let's push the free throw line, let's put the three-point line back from 24 to 22. Make it all even, right? That's the business of basketball, right? Went from NBC to CBS, that's money. It's all been ran by money. That's how you fucking got your paycheck, right? We can't just, like, how we're looking at 300 million motherfuckers who, Charles Barkley made what, a whole 84,000 or whatever he made that first year? Yeah. What do you think he's looking at when we was getting money? Right? It's all his 84,000 before him. They were like 84,000. If you gave me 84,000, I would have dropped these 3 jobs I had. Shit, you know what I mean? So every era has the same complaint about the era in front of them because everything is moving along. So now it's just in our face. Yes, they don't play as hard in the All-Star game. Cool, but are they doing that in regular season? Like when they're playing in regular season, I mean, are they not taking the game itself when they're out there serious?
I mean, he goes on. But that's Gilbert Arenas. Shout out to Gilbert Arenas and the Gil's Arena show. They basically Paul Pierce put out a statement saying money in business is ruining basketball on all levels. And Gilbert Arenas, they speak to the competitiveness of it, the players' competitive side. And all his points that he made are just, they validate what Paul Pierce said. Like, to say that the Pistons were ruining the business of Michael Jordan, and so they started changing the rules up to make it easier for Jordan. They once Jordan left, they shortened the 3-point line to make it, all these things that they did. That's the business side. It does kind of ruin it ruined the competitiveness of it. I always go and say that it all started with Michael Jordan. Everything you see LeBron James doing right now, Mike did it first with the way he controls the media and everything like that. But for him to say that the owners, that the All-Star game, they weren't competitive, do they do that in the regular season? What is load management? What is he talking about? Like, I think he was trying to, like, just like JJ Redick, sometimes you get caught, and I'm guilty of it. Sometimes you get caught up in your point so much while you're talking that you kind of lose the fact that you're not really making the point that you want to make. You're going against your own point. There's no way you can say that the players are more competitive or anywhere near as competitive as they were 30 years ago, 40 years ago when they made less money. That's just a fact. There's no money on the table, and you have people, a group of people who are playing for whatever amount of money that is. It's not a lot, and they do nothing else in their life, or they have two other jobs like Gilbert Arenas just said. You think they're not going to be competitive? It's only natural to compete.
But I hear what you're saying, and I disagree with what everybody's saying. I think what's ruining the game is the players. Kevin Garnett made a lot of money in his career. He never shortchanged the game. He played at a high level every night. As much money as Michael Jordan made, whether it was on the court or off the court, he gave you 110% every night. These guys, that's on them. The owners, the GM can't. The worst. What's Adam Silver?
Commissioner.
Exactly. The worst commissioner in sports. I've been saying it. Big shout out to Flea. He hate when I say that, but then they just had a segment on one of these networks talking about that. I think it was Rob Parker and them. Big shout out to them, the Odd Couple. Listen, man, if you love something, if you have the passion for it, no matter how much money you're going to get paid, you're going to give 110%. You can sign for $500 million. That should not make you not want to play hard and compete. These guys found a loophole in the system. We don't have to have an excuse to not play hard. It's just that simple. It's not the GM fault that these guys is doing load management. It's not the GM fault that they scoring 140-something points a game now. It's not the GM fault that these guys literally go to All-Star Weekend and then just walk around and do nothing. Bruh, it's fans out here that love this game, that argue and fight over this game. And you guys is on the court not giving 110%. That's just Russell Westbrook made a ton of money, gives 110%. You got to have it here. Here. You got to want to compete. That's what excuse my language. That's what messes the game up. We watch the game every night. You telling me you beat me by 30? I'm not giving you no 5 after the game. I'm not switching jerseys with you. I'm not smiling on the sideline. Bruh, these guys don't care. And the commissioner makes it easier for them to not care. There's no rules. These guys is not playing hurt. They're not going to play injured. Fine, so be it. But then don't get mad when there's criticism. Gilbert them can say what they want. I know they played and all this and all that. Bro, right now it's no competition at all. At all. You can miss me with at all. When teams are scoring 140 points, when it's literally no defense, literally none. Nah, man, that's the players, man. That's the players, man. They don't care about the game. People make fun about the older generation. Them dudes gave their heart to the game. Larry Bird said it best. I was paid to win games. I gave it my all. Every time I stepped on that court. Kobe Bean Bryant, rest his soul, made a lot of money. Gave 110% every night. Every night. So don't tell me because guys is making all this money, that's the reason why they not playing. No. A lot of guys made a lot of money and they still gave 110%. To me, this is all on the players. I'm not blaming nobody else. I watch these guys on the court. In some games, you can't even watch it. You can't even watch it because it's literally like, I'll let you go, then you go. I'll let you go, then you go. Guys are scoring 70. They just had a topic. Do you think somebody's going to ever score 100? Huh? So you telling me being a defensive guy, I'm going to allow that? Where's the respect for yourself? That somebody can score 70 plus. It ain't like they on fire like what Clay did. But it's listen, it's the players, man. Once again, I don't knock nobody for finding a glitch in the system and taking advantage of it. But they taking so much advantage of it now that it's like they just throwing it in your face. You telling me I'm gonna give you $400 million? That doesn't guarantee nothing. Not a chip, MVP. Jaylen Brown got $300 million. He's not even in the MVP conversation. He ain't in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation. He ain't got no scoring title. None of that. When he made an All-Star, people said, "Why is he an All-Star?" Are you kidding? So we rewarding guys for what? They not even laying it all on the line. Nah, get out of here, man. That shit is the players, bro. It's the players.
Let me play this, Paul, real quick.
And competitive, right? I always ask this question. When you was coming into the draft, who you work out against? Everybody. Right? I'm looking at the 98-90 draft. I'm saying, like, hey, you asked, Paul, did you play against Lewinsky? Did you go against Bonsley? Did you go against Vince Carter, Antoine Jamerson? When you was coming to the draft, were you going against these dudes? Or was everyone just dodging smoke to protect a rank, right? Because if you're going to say, I didn't work out against those guys, well, then y'all can't say y'all was competitive then, right? You can't, right? Because at the end of the day, there's still love. I'm the number 1 pick. I'm the number 5 pick. I got to make sure I get this stapled first. Once I get it stapled, let's move. Other than that, the number 1 pick he ain't risking his number 1 pick to work out with a dude who's supposed to be 5. Ain't no benefit. I'm the number 1 pick with him working out with the number 5 for. Anything that can happen, all he can do is move down.
And that's what I'm saying. You can't tell me you can't. Shout out to Fish. He's in the building.
What up, Fish?
If you give most athletes an out, they'll take it. Bro, if you give most human beings an out, they're going to take it.
That's
it's a scam, but it's a scam, but the athletes didn't create the scam. It just happened to be there. It's not just the money. It's the fact that from the top down, okay, you got Kevin Garnett making that much money. Now, remember, he has a boatload of money. They see what's going on when you are that star level. You go out and you're like a Hollywood star. Like, basketball players became Hollywood stars after Bird, Magic, and Mike. That's what happened. They became TV stars, Hollywood stars, and they were living a life that we saw, Frank Sinatra and these dudes prior to that. And so in terms of just as a whole, as viewers. So by the time the 80s, 90s, and 2000s came around, come on, Iverson came out. He was a rock star because hip hop came out, and now he looks like Pac or Big. He looks like a new rapper. So they're enjoying this life that is off the court. But guess what? Everyone else is emulating it, just like on Instagram. Everyone's copying each other and emulating it because now you can afford to. They all got a bag now to copy the lifestyle, and they want the privileges that come with being the top guy. And the NBA is giving it to them because I'll go back to Steph Curry, sat down in a press conference, and he said, "Yo, you think I don't want to play? They're sitting me down. They're sitting me down. I'm competitive like that." He's another guy who's competitive in any era, right? Tim Duncan, all these guys. But if you give them an out, if you say, "Hey, you get the same money, but you'll be on the bench," it guarantees. See, it does two things. It guarantees you get paid. It shuts you up, and then now the owners are saying, now we could use Steph Curry's face for another 5 years instead of 5 less years because he's an injury-prone player. That's how they look at him, injury-prone. So let's prolong this, and we can use the side of your face. We can put your face on the side of the stadium on these tickets. When you go to the website to sell these tickets, you have Steph Curry on there. It's a lot easier to sell Golden State Warriors tickets with Steph Curry on the face of all that than when he compared to when he's not. That's the bottom line. It's him or LeBron, the biggest 2 stars in the league. And we're just using him as an example. Now to go with Gilbert Arenas just said, come on, man. That is the problem. From the AAU circuit, Nike and ABCD camp, whatever the hell that's called, you're telling me that the parents are taking money and the kids don't reclassify, like you guys are telling me. They won't reclassify and play the kids who are their age or older, which is what used to happen with Unlimited and stuff like that. Then no longer happens because if you're Nike, you're saying, yo, you can't lose your ranking because now we can't sell this camp. Now we can't attract the other guys. So you're teaching them from the ground, from babies. Nah, don't worry about that. Don't worry about playing a number 5 guy. Do you know how ill it was to see Carmelo or hear Carmelo talk about playing LeBron, and they spoke for hours before they had to go head to head, and they went at it. They had like a legendary high school game. They look like babies. And you see I think LeBron's wearing a pair of Kobe's, and Melo's wearing a pair of LeBron or Michael Jordan's, whatever it is. But it's still them competing against each other. That is like the last of that era. That should not be the case. And you always talk about this. Yo, when we were younger, it was if you were that nice, you played the older guys. And that is how I remember it. I remember all the guys that were nice my age, they were nice enough to go play the older dudes, full court, whatever it was. And I was like, damn, he's that good. And that's how you get better. Because I'll end it with this. There's no way Gilbert Arenas, he went from that point to saying that it doesn't ruin your competitiveness as a player because you're going to be good regardless. Bro, how the hell am I going to challenge myself if I know all ball's better than me and I choose to not take that challenge? That is the definition of anti-competitive. I'm not taking the challenge. You know there's a challenge that exists and you chose to go, I'm going to play on all pro or easy instead of all Madden because I know at the end of the day I'm going to still get the bag. It's the same bag, but it's more pride if I go, I'm going to beat the toughest competition out there. The pride is gone because they bought it out. So I don't know what Gilbert Arenas is talking about, to be honest.
Well, I'm gonna go back to the initial Paul Pierce's quote, and I disagree. Of course, he's a player, so it's very hard to put it on the players because you're a player. I give another example: Allen Iverson, boatload of money, laid it on the line every night. You can't name 10 players right now in the whole NBA that gives 100% every night. That's a problem.
I think you can. The top 10 MVP guys, those guys give it all.
I disagree.
NBA, Joker. Come on now.
Joker tell you he don't even care about the game.
I understand that. We'll get to that in a second. We'll get to that one in a second.
I'm talking about.
But Giannis is going all out. These guys are going out. Even Dame, for whatever he's going through this year, I still think he's going all out. Jalen Brunson.
I disagree. Listen. I don't want to get into that. I'm just saying we see what's going on with the game. We understand it's entertainment. We understand y'all want to score more and less defense, but it's literally no defense. It's literally none. Goldberg is about to get his 4th Defensive Player of the Year. For what? I'm not saying he's not a great defender, but who is he locking down? Where's the Ron Artest at? Where's the Dennis Rodmans at? Where's the Bruce? Where's the guys that's going to take the initiative in the competition and go, I'm not letting you score 40 on me? Where? Bruh, these dudes make excuse after excuse, and I'm tired of because they played at that level. They think nobody can question them, and we can't talk. No, I watched the game. Y'all not playing hard. Listen, Clippers played yesterday, right?
Yeah,
No.
They lost.
Right. Who they lost to? Was it Sacramento?
Nah,
who was it?
Not that was OKC.
Last night? Well, whoever they lost to, it was a play where
Sacramento. Yep.
Right, Sacramento. It was a play where the ball was like at the foul line, like a scramble for it. Yo, Kawhi Leonard literally didn't even attempt to get the ball. Bro, I'm just watching like, yo, bro, they don't care. They don't care about being legendary. They don't care about being great. They don't care about their names being immortalized. They don't care. Just be honest. Yo, bro, we'll let a game like that. I'm getting 500 million, social media. But listen, social media messed the world up. I agree. But we have to take accountability. As much as they say Iverson drunk and hung out, that man gave 110% every night. As much as we want to make fun of Russell Westbrook, 110% every night. I see LeBron James come to the game with a glass of wine. What are we talking about? All that, the AAU and this, man, listen, where we come from, we playing against everybody. If I'm a number 1 and you're a number 5, I'm going to show you why I'm a number 1 and you're a number 5. That's the problem. We all think we're bigger than what we are. So when it starts in grade school and middle school and high school, y'all got these kids thinking something they ain't. How? If you love the game, you're going to play no matter what. Let me tell you what's the test to always see if somebody loves basketball. I don't care what you have on. You could be coming from a funeral. You could be at your wedding. If the ball roll on the floor and it's a rim, you're going to pick up the ball and take a shot. I've been to games where before the game, the layup line, some of the players not even laying the ball up. They sitting on the sideline with shades on, with headphones on like this, waiting for the game. Bro, what is... So, for me, the OGs, the Gilbert Arenas and them, they setting a bad precedent, bro. With the information and the knowledge that they have. But what they're saying, bro, they setting a bad example. Listen, I don't care how much money you got. When you got a passion and you love something, it's not going to change how you go about that. I'm sorry. You can make $1 billion. Right now, they sign you for $1 billion. That means you shouldn't play hard? Come on, man. Nah, we got to stop blaming everybody else. Miss me with that. That's why people say them older dudes, they laugh at them. This is why guys like Oakley can play today. This is why Draymond Green is able to play today. I'm not a fan of him, but look, if everybody played tough, if everybody played hard, a lot of guys wouldn't make the league because you wouldn't have the skill set. But it's so sweet. You come in there and Debo that joint. Draymond Green Debo's people every night. And he what, 6'6", 6'7"? Come on, bro. You think back in the days he Debo and Karl Malone in them? Bill Lambert in them? Come on, bro. These dudes are sweet. They on TV sweet. Richard Jefferson, shirt always open. They wearing jewelry. Get out of here, man. The players messed the game up. That's what messed the game up. The players. That's why Mike and them don't rock with him. That's why Kobe and them don't rock with him, because they see it. Y'all niggas ain't serious about this. We out here ready to die for this shit, bro. Remember, I think it was a game where Kobe dislocated something. Nah, I'm going to shoot my free throws. But Paul Pierce, he got to use the bathroom. He get carried off like he got clapped. Come on, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. I could talk about this for days. Get out of here, man.
So I think I provided a why, but I think you provided the easy solution. 1,000%. The parents, these kids, they got to feel more of this. The game would be better, and there would be no argument if you guys really showed you cared, because it'll be over. And then what's your excuse? Because it is the PED era. You have all the PEDs to go hard 1,000%. But switching gears slightly, you did mention Draymond, and you said, come on, it's all heart. That's how he's in the game today, to this day. And I totally agree. But you brought this to my attention.
But I wouldn't trade my job for another job in the world.
You have to love playing.
After the Joker won the championship, he had something to say about comparing the NBA to a job. How much do you guys view the NBA as a job?
I love playing basketball and I love to compete, but he's not lying. I hate it. It's work. You have to show up to work every day and perform despite what could be going on, but I wouldn't trade my job for another job in the world.
You have to love playing basketball every single day, because otherwise you go on the court, your job is to be productive. You have to love what you do.
Embarrassing, bro. Embarrassing, man. Like, yo, man, these dudes is embarrassing, bro. I'm sorry. Embarrassing. A game that you would play for free. I love the game so much. What I always tell you, bro, you ain't got to pay me. Bro, I argue with wifey. I neglect my kids for this shit, bro. I ain't going nowhere. Knicks playing Boston tonight. Bye. Something that when we were 7, 8, 9 years old, you couldn't wait to do. You don't love your job? Yeah, you wouldn't trade it in for the world because you're getting paid millions. But what happened with the mindset that I would do this for free? I'm just so happy to get paid because I'm great at it. I hate Joker mindset, bro. I don't mean to use the hate word, but I mean when he first said that, I'm like, so quit. Go back home. You already got your money. Quit. Bet you're going to keep playing though, right? Bro, this shit is these guys is weak, man. I heard Paul George say, he basically said he couldn't be the number one guy. Like, you see how these guys sound when they on these platforms? This don't sound like men. This don't sound like dudes that laid on the line. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. These dudes is crazy, man. It's sad, and it just goes to show you, it just proves my point. That mindset has nothing to do with the GM. That mindset has nothing to do with nobody else at all. I mean, your thoughts on that?
I'm wondering how many of these guys would have said the same thing back in the day if they were allowed to just talk. Because there's even when Ant-Man came out and said, you know, All-Star break is basically a vacation. He's not playing. He's not going to go hard.
Embarrassing.
I can imagine someone saying that, and then they would have ridiculed him so bad back in the day. He would have never said it again. He would have done a public apology. David Stern would have put a smear campaign on him or a gag order on him. You're not allowed to say, you're not allowed to talk like that because of the culture, and you're selling the game. Like that's the thing I'm worried about. AllBall, do the fans really care about the game like that for real? Because I don't see them talking the way you do. I see it like they just want to get on here and argue with each other, and that's how we can tell when people don't watch the game. And they're just going in here to argue about. They're arguing to argue, and we see the money. Like, of course, we want to go full time and come on here and argue with y'all, but we believe in ourselves more than anything else. We believe in our passion for watching the game and the love for talking about the game, not just trying to get the one up and not really caring about the fact that they don't play. There's no way. That is the primary, to take it to Jordan and LeBron. That is the X factor when we compare them. It's like, yo, Mike wouldn't play these games, bro. He wouldn't have been talking about, I don't love this game. LeBron, if I'm gonna be real with you, he doesn't play like he loves the game either. And I don't know. I don't know if Shaq could say that either, or but I'm trying to explain to you too. Wilt Chamberlain, Shaq, and LeBron, to me, they have that in common. I don't know if they love the game like that. The way they were distracted, the way they carry themselves.
But
I don't know if they love the game like that.
All right, I have no problem with that. Keep that comment to yourself. And y'all wonder why fans in the stands is disrespecting y'all. Y'all disrespecting the game. See what a fan said to KD? I like how he handled it, though. Nah, don't kick them out. Let them stay. Because people pay a lot of money for those. It doesn't give you the right to say what you want to say. But do the players ever think why the fans is time after time now, year after year, getting worse and worse with just the disrespect? Y'all don't think y'all disrespecting the fans? When people pay thousands of dollars and y'all don't play? Y'all do low management? Or we can watch you on the court going, what is this? Y'all lose by, how do you lose by 40? How was somebody scoring 140? Nah, bro. You keep that comment to yourself. You just, listen. I don't love the game. So why are you playing? Why are you playing? Once again, Mike and them ain't got to love the game. My thing is keep that comment to yourself. Certain things shouldn't be said because you have young men and women, you have children, you have people watching. Social media, everything can get taken out of control, taken out of order. Why say it? For me, it disrespects my brand, the NBA. Y'all guys don't love the game. Y'all guys don't love y'all job? With the perks, with everything that comes along with it, you don't love this? You kidding me? There's people that'll die to do this. That ain't got to get $500 million. Give me $500.
Right.
You get. That's why you gotta respect guys like Pat Bev, man. I know we joke and make fun when he may make the playoffs and go, bruh. That's this. I love this shit. How do I not love something that changed my whole family's dynamic? Are you kidding me? I could go deeper. I go left with this. This job changes my family's whole dynamic. From mother, father, to brothers, to kids that's not even born yet. If we invest and do it right. And I'm gonna say I don't love bro. Nah, these dudes just I'm listen, man. I watch the game because I love it. But you can see right through all these dudes, bro. in the media is no better. It's all a game. That's why Kobe wasn't loved when he was here. That's why. Because while y'all out here playing, I'm dead serious. Talk to you for what? You ain't on my level. I watch y'all in practice. Y'all ain't serious. Yeah, I'm out here. I'm dead serious. Your toe hurt, bro. My shoulder dislocated. I'm playing. That's why some players they don't like until God rest their soul. They not here, and then you get the fake love. Where was the love when I was here? Nah, bro. That's why you gotta respect, Westbrook and certain guys, man. Nah, man, you don't say that, Fabian. I don't want to, keep going on. I'm just saying certain things, you just don't say it. Just like how I forgot the football coach for the Jets. I forgot my man's name. He used to say, don't press send. Like you may have a text, and it's like, yo, don't say Herm Edwards. Big shout out Herm Edwards. That was his thing. My thing is, which has been said, I ain't make it up, but you don't have to say it. If that's how you feel, cool. But don't say that, because now that's the mindset that you giving our future, our youth. You ain't gotta love this shit. Man, because everybody ain't gonna be talented like the Joker to have that mindset. Nah, bro. These dudes is different, man.
I think, I think we always try to make conversation, like the debate can go on. But I gotta agree with you, because you gotta sell the game at the end of the day. And then what's being lost is that this is an American game. I still don't see, I love Giannis, love Embiid in them and everything. And of course, shout out to Jared Harrington. He told us that Africa got a whole continent of people that he doesn't understand why they're not even in the NBA yet.
Right.
And of course, the politics and the business, like we talked about before. But part of the reason is Ja Morant is the youngest. Maybe, yeah, Ja Morant, because Ant-Man is Canadian, right? Yeah, Ant-Man's Canadian.
He is? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he gotta be, because he didn't play on the Olympic team.
Oh, I know RJ is. I know what's my guy? From the Denver Nuggets. Jamal Murray. Okay, but Ant-Man is cool. I didn't know that.
Maybe I'm bugging. Somebody told me in the chat. No, I'm bugging. He's from Atlanta. What the hell's wrong with me? But
because he went to Georgia, right?
Yeah. But so you got
hold on, no. That was terrible. I'm just telling you that.
Ant Canadian.
You try to throw that man. You don't throw that on that man's jacket.
Yeah, I did. But I was trying to think of the players that are American that really care like that, like Ja Morant, Ant-Man now, Jalen Brunson's in that mix. What American players really are in that top 5 category? It's only Tatum. Because SGA is Canadian. So what I'm saying is that going back to your point, you can't make that statement if you're Draymond like that, because it's like you're part of LeBron's agency. LeBron has an agency where they need to take advantage. Like, you're about to have your son come into the league. You need to corner the market at all times. Just business-wise, it doesn't make sense to talk like that. On a personal level, everything you're selling that, you can sell that all you want to. It's like religion at that point. But even I'm talking about business-wise,
right?
There's certain things you just shouldn't be saying. Like, you're right. I started off on one end and trying to explain. You're absolutely right. What are you doing? Keeping it real goes wrong, man.
Right. And for me, I don't care where you from. You just shouldn't say it and have that mindset. But when the commissioner and just the way things are make you feel comfortable to even be allowed to say that, bro, it's just the wrong mindset. I don't like it. Like I said, when you watch the game today, these guys ain't even sweating on the court, man. Like, you got to really think about that. I'm not saying you got to be Kevin Garnett and you drenching before the game. Patrick Ewing, Barkley, like, these guys not even sweating. Like when you really watch the game, you going, these guys are shooting so many threes to where it's no sweat. Nah, man, I'm not putting this on the owners. I'm for the players. I'm for my people all day, but Nah, this is on the players, man. This on
For
the
the
players.
love for the game. The love for the game. It's just the podcast world and they also get to reward the nonsense. Like people are feeling rewarded by popularity and fame, and you're taking advantage of young people with that. And Draymond, for someone who prides himself on this integrity or I forgot how he puts it, but just you could tell the way he talks. He talks like a rapper sometimes. Like, bro, shut up. Like this is part of the reason why you shouldn't talk too much.
But that's why AI said what he said. This era, I averaged 43. These guys ain't playing no D. Yeah, they don't. No, because you got to look at it. God rest his soul. Just imagine Kobe right now in his prime today.
He'd average 43.
Like because the guys is going, y'all ain't playing no D. Y'all don't even love the game like me.
Kobe might average 50 one year.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, you can't. He really more skilled than AI and everything. Stronger.
Because none of y'all don't even want no smoke with nobody. Y'all all want to be friends anyway. So for me to be in the league,
imagine Kobe. He has Draymond's attitude basically, and he's nice.
Come on, man. but it goes to show you the respect that your peers you think have for you. For an older player like AI to go today, I average 33. You can add 10 more on that. I'm averaging 43. A 6'1", 6'2" guard. So y'all don't pride yourself on nothing. Come on, bro. You gotta be kidding me, bro. You gotta be kidding me. I watch Luka every night beat teams by himself. Is he great? Is he talented? Hell yeah. But how is that happening? How? Bro, this boils down to the players, man. Have some pride, have a competitive spirit, and want to be great. Want to be great. Russell Westbrook wants to be great. You can tell on the court. Certain guys, you can just tell. When Jimmy Butler's healthy, he wants to be great. He's playing guys like we know Klay Thompson is in a bad spot right now. But he still goes out there and tries to give his all. Yeah, you can watch certain guys on the court.
We got to take back like what he's saying, like how frustrated Klay Thompson is with going from physically not being able to do what he used to do, and he's even pouring his heart out during an interview telling you like, yo, this is not easy for me to even let go of the fact that I was nice. Bro, and I'm here now.
You see who he coming off the bench for? No disrespect. Just think about that mindset. Like, bro, it ain't like y'all got Bradley Beal or Booker over here. You kidding me? And still going out there. I'm just saying, I'm not blaming this on the owners. I'm not blaming this on nobody. This is on the players. Y'all guys can make the game competitive or not. That's on y'all. I don't care what they make the rules. That is on y'all to be competitive. Simple and plain. Simple and plain. In that All-Star game, that game was a spit in the fans' face. That game told the fans, we don't care about y'all. We don't care about y'all. That game proved we don't care about the game. I'm getting rich. I'm on social media. I'm chilling. Remember, they don't even care about winning championships no more. Chips don't even mean nothing no more how it used to mean. These dudes don't care. They don't. No, bro. You can tell. So for me, it's bad. It's bad. Big shout out to all of, the platforms and stuff. We respect all y'all. It's just, our opinion. But I don't agree with what Paul Pierce and I don't agree with what Gilbert said. I don't agree. And I don't agree with what the Joker say and how Paul George and Draymond basically agreed. I don't agree with that mindset. And I never will. I'm sorry.
I guess we'll end it with this. Dom, get in here, Dom. Don't be scared. Perfect timing, Dom Dropper.
Where's AllBall at? Why did AllBall get removed?
I don't know. He's here. He can hear you, but it's just this. It's better.
Hey, what up, Dom?
Yo, dude, I'm really excited about this, man. We got red jerseys back. We got the cursive back. Come on, man. I haven't liked our jerseys in 9 years. That logo was awful. Was it not?
Yeah, it looks like a whale.
No, I'm
How
not
did they
talking about
agree to
this
that?
one. This one's whatever to me. I like how there's a boat because the Clippers are a boat. I'm talking about the old logo that looked like the Dojo Studio, the one we just had.
I like that one better than this. What is this?
Oh my
does it
God,
look like
really? You're on an
a whale?
island.
What is this?
I don't mean to be a hater, but I don't see nothing special about them jerseys. I'm sorry.
This one right here. Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah, that logo was terrible.
This is dumb. It's the same jersey. Yo.
It's totally
they put the same product out and they told you it was new. They doing y'all dirty, Dom.
They repackaged it.
Are you dumb? What are you
No,
talking about?
no,
Go to the. We haven't
not
had
at all,
cursive or red in 9 years. It's not the same product.
What do you mean? Yeah, but I've seen a Clippers jersey with script before.
Yeah, it was before 2015. I'm saying Lob City and them. We haven't had it
Okay,
since.
then. So you've had listen, Dom. We're from New York. We get it. I don't want to ruin your excitement over these. You're really excited over those jerseys that make you hype?
Bro, have you seen our jerseys for the last 9 years? They were terrible. I didn't buy any. Unless they had that logo. And if they had that logo, I didn't buy it. I didn't buy any hats. I was given hats and I wouldn't wear them. This is much better. We brought a red jersey back. The Clippers are always been red.
Maybe I'm thinking them. I guess I'm thinking of them, their jerseys back in the day, and it's a combination of everything. The Knicks need to copy that you seen the Kith logo on the court, AllBall, when they have like that white and orange joint. When they have the white and orange court, they got to make a jersey like that. That's white and orange. Just like because sometimes the blue and the
change your jerseys too much.
I'm the city jerseys over there. Some of them okay. It's just the blue and orange is tough to really, unless it's like navy blue. Like that's why the Yankees get away with with those colors. But the Clippers joint, it's like, I'm glad you're excited. The job was done though. They didn't want me to. They didn't want to sell the jerseys to me. They want the Clippers
So
fans
much
to buy
better,
them.
man. I can actually buy merchandise now. It's so bad.
They took that old Coke out from 2010 and just.
By the way, how am I a hater for saying you guys can't win the championship?
I'm not going down that road with you, Dom. I'm sorry.
How
brother.
though? I like the Knicks. I've always been a Knicks sympathizer.
Once again, I'm saying if we're fully healthy, how are we not a championship contending team? I'm just trying to understand how we not. If we can get to the conference finals, that's one step from being championship contention. I'm saying if we're the best 4 teams in the East, how are we not championship contention?
Because
that's all I'm saying.
I've told you guys, I think there's teams that have made the conference finals that really they can't win the championship. They can make the conference finals. That's their ceiling. That's what I think with the Knicks this year. I think that's their ceiling, conference finals.
Okay, all right, but if you have that opinion,
I'm not a hater. That's my basketball opinion.
It makes you a hater if you were just excited over these Clipper jerseys, and I hated on you right now. That's straight up what it was because you were so excited about it.
You just didn't like the jerseys
because you wouldn't do that. You don't understand that is hate. And we understand that. Like, we know, like, when you feel this excited about something, if I'm stomping on you, that's hate. You're excited about the jerseys. Even though Stock Senior agrees with me and he thinks that the logo looks like NATO made it up for a Navy logo. But that's hate.
It doesn't look like a basketball team. It doesn't look like a basketball logo.
Exactly. That's number one. But either way, it's hate if you feel this way. And you're giving me reasons like, yo, we haven't had red jerseys. We haven't had cursive in our jerseys for this long. Like, you have reason. Legit, I had to shut the hell up after you said that. Like, okay, he's excited for a reason, and it's not like he's just hyped over nothing, right?
Well, I'm not
so with the Knicks,
hype is wrong. I'm not. That's just my basketball opinion.
Right, but that's your basketball opinion. That's we've heard people on TV say these are supposed to be basketball analysts and they're around the game their whole lives and everything. And meanwhile, all we're saying is, bro, when you have a small player as your best player and he's been complimented the right way. He has not been complimented the wrong way. He has not been not complimented. You have OG Anunoby. As soon as you put him in the game, everything happens even tenfold better than what we thought. Because RJ was a problem for us. We've been complaining about RJ Barrett, arguing with each other, fighting each other over RJ Barrett. We get rid of him, and this happens. It's like, oh, this is the best feeling in the world, right? And on top of that, Philly's not the same. Milwaukee's not. How is Milwaukee considered a championship contender today? I don't get that.
But hold on. Huh?
Hey, what?
Just because they have Giannis to me.
All right, but hold on.
I don't count Damian Lillard out.
But stay right there. Giannis single-handedly turns him into a championship contender. Since when in NBA has that been the case?
No, but he has Damian Lillard and Chris Middleton and Brook Lopez still with him.
No,
I think those guys are pretty decent.
No, but hold on. No, keep that. There's nothing wrong with that. This is my point. Even let's just say Embiid is healthy. Is Philly a championship contender team?
Well, it's really all on Embiid, man. I wouldn't really put. It's really all on Embiid.
No,
I can't say that they're much more in a different tier than the Knicks, really.
Right.
I'm not confident on Embiid, but I think that Embiid theoretically though has the potential to be a number one in a championship team. I don't think Brunson will ever be that, but I think Embiid has a chance because he's got the talent.
But this is not about Brunson, no, Dom. I'm not making this about Brunson. I'm saying if Philadelphia is not a championship contending team with Embiid, because we know he either breaks down in the playoffs, they haven't been out the second round. So why do we expect them to do that? So that means if the Knicks, constructed as we are, we either the third or the fourth best team in the East. I'm just trying to figure out how is that right. So I just think by that logic, that's a championship contending team. Now, whether we get there or not, time will tell. But if we're going off of that logic, that's a championship contending team.
Was Lob City a championship contending team to you?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think they were.
Hold on. Who was out west back then? It was the Clippers, the Spurs. Well, the whole West was competitive.
Insane.
But for us, we're thinking Chris Paul, a former MVP candidate, top 2 or 3 at a certain point, is joining this number 1 overall pick, missed his rookie season, comes back, looks like Sean Kemp and then some, with DeAndre Jordan. We're thinking this mix, he's never really had this much talent before. JJ Redick,
he ended up having the best time of his career.
Right. So if you have to be honest about this, you're just looking at it from, well, they failed. Okay, but the expectation was not just conference finals.
We didn't make the conference finals. That was my expectation. I didn't think,
but
again, we ran into the same problem that you're going to run into, is that our best scorer, most reliable guy was a smaller guard. Brunson's a better scorer than Chris Paul, though. But the problem is when we got to the second round, we'd always play someone better than him. Like there was always the best player was always on the other team. You could still beat a team even if they have the best player, but it's really hard. They had Kevin Durant. We ran into him. We run into Tim Duncan. We run into even Steph Curry. The James Harden one time. Like the best player was almost always in the other team, and he just when they put size on him, they have trouble getting good shots off because they're small. That's why I'm against those guys being your number 1.
But a part of that is also, even right now everyone's pointing to the Point Zion thing. JJ Redick made a video about it. I think it was Hoops Venue made a video about that too. Point Zion. Well, the one player that nobody mentioned was Blake Griffin. At a certain point, he would run point a little bit with the Clippers, and it was like, what the hell is this? So Chris Paul and them, Doc Rivers was your coach. He wasn't creative enough. Then you can't tell me with that much talent, there was certain tweaks you could have made with Don Nelson, Spoelstra, Ty Lue. If Ty Lue was their coach back then, you know how I love Don Nelson, so I'm going to mention him. But if you have somebody there to tweak that much talent, Dom, you can't. Like, this is basketball, bro. You got a guy who was a top 10 player.
It's about the players. Coaching is really overrated to me.
But we're talking about Chris Paul as an MVP, top 3 MVP candidate. This is nothing to sneeze at. This is so when we the question was, were they becoming a championship contender at that point? Of course, because now with the Knicks, we're talking about injuries to the Philadelphia 76ers. We're talking about the Bucks aren't what they were supposed to be. There's no way you could tell me that they're a championship contender today when they don't play defense, and that's part of the equation. The Clippers were a way better defensive team than before Chris Paul got there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we were definitely better defensively when we got CP, no doubt.
Right.
I mean,
and a lot of them not winning had more to do with them collapsing, not with them not having the talent. That's what was more disappointing about it.
I don't think we had the talent to win the championship. I think winning the championship is so hard. I think a lot of people are, including yourself, are not understanding how hard it is to win the whole thing, how good you have to be, how little room for error you have to have. CP3, love him, man. But if your best player is CP3 or Blake Griffin, you're not winning. You're not winning this whole thing, man. No matter if you have Phil Jackson coaching them.
Yeah, but
I really don't think
right,
they
but you can say that now, but in real time, that was a championship contending team. They just fell short.
Then you guys were higher on my own team than I was, because I never thought we could win the championship. I thought we could let's get to the conference finals first and then see how far we are. We never even did that. So I never put us in no championship discussion. The only chance we had to maybe go to the finals was 2015. We had a 3-1 lead over the Rockets. And if we had gone to the conference finals, we would have played the Warriors, who hadn't won a championship yet. So like that was, that first year that Curry won MVP. So that would have been our best chance. But after they won the championship, our window was closed because the Warriors were now younger than us and better than us. And that's when I knew we were screwed.
I totally disagree. I think the recipe for somebody like that, when you have a number 1 draft pick that turns out to be that talented and skilled, and then you have a Chris Paul MVP
games.
Okay, and an MVP candidate coming to your team like that, and then you have Doc Rivers, who was a championship coach, and they traded a bunch of draft picks and everything for him. Let's not forget that. Doc Rivers is not looked at.
We know he's a fraud now.
Okay, right. But again, so are the Clippers now and Chris Paul because of what happened. So, but we're talking about back then. Okay, but we're talking about back then. That with Doc Rivers coming along, we didn't really know he was a fraud like that. Maybe some of us did. If you're a Boston fan, and some people, but most of us were like, oh yeah, he won the championship. He should know how to do this. He should know how to get this done. He's the answer to all this. So that if you're gonna ask us, hey, did we see this coming? Tom Thibodeau was a part of that, by the way, with the Boston Celtics. And he had a major reason. He had major DNA on that Boston Celtics franchise, winning in 2008 and going to 2 out of 3 championships in 2 championships in 3 years. So Tom Thibodeau is our coach right now. And we've been having ups and downs with him. We don't totally love him. We hate him one night, love him the next. But to say that it hasn't worked, and to say that what we've seen so far is like, bro, this is championship style game. The rebound and the defense, that's what you start off with first. And then after that, you figure it out on offense, because we know he's no genius on offense, and he's not creative at all. And that's gonna hurt us more than anything else. We got one guy out there, to your point, that could score like that night in, night out. And that will be our struggle.
Well, listen, I got to get out of here, but I'm going to say this. To me, the Knicks thing, it's not about Brunson being the best player. I think the way we're constructed, if we're healthy, we're a championship contending team. We have good players from 1 through 5. We have a solid bench, and we have a decent coach. And, Cleveland don't believe in. Philadelphia don't believe in. Like I said, Milwaukee having the up and downs. Like I told Fabian, the only team that I think is a threat is Boston. And for people to know the game and to watch the game and see how good the Knicks was looking with OG, and we don't have Randall and Mitchell Robinson, I don't understand how, if we add those two back into the fray, how we're not a championship contending team. Not saying you down, but the Paul Pierces and all the people that want to joke, because you've been very adamant and you know the game, so I'm not.
So does Paul Pierce, though.
Man, listen. Once again, you can do something for your whole life. Don't mean you know the game. Paul Pierce said he better than Dwayne Wade.
True, but that's just his confidence talking. But what
I'm just saying.
Him saying you won't get out of the first round, that's a little bit of a hater thing, but he could be right. You never know.
A little bit. No. It's he framed
you guys
it.
Are like so confident you're gonna make it out of the first round. Dude. I don't
want.
No.
Wait. Stop.
We gotta be helpful.
But Dom, he said against Philadelphia, he expects Embiid to come back. Now, just
that was
project
wrong.
that. Just flat out wrong. We got guys that are coming back. We want them to work out and have their stamina together. None of them have a real history of not having any stamina. Their workouts. Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle, we never accused them of not having any stamina at any point in their career. Joel Embiid, fully healthy, we've accused him of like being tired as hell in the playoffs. And now he's coming back off 2-3 months of a layoff with surgery, and he's coming back fully healthy to beat us after we smacked them when they were healthy. Come on, Paul Pierce, you ain't watching the game.
By the way, y'all staying on?
Yeah,
I'll stay on for a little bit.
All right, I got to get out of here because I got to take care of some. Well, let me just real quick. Bronny James, and this is on ESPN today, Bronny James is no longer projected in the 2024 NBA mock draft. He's averaging 5.5, 2.8, 2.5. Y'all have a great night.
Oh, my God.
I'll see y'all later. Hey, Dom, Fabian, Flea, Full Sportsman. I'm just saying, when I say things, I'm a hater. I don't know what I'm talking about. Hopefully, his pops can get him in the league. Y'all have a great night, man.
Yo,
All ball suckers.
That's just demon. Oh no, he's not. No, I'm glad it didn't work.
Oh,
No. Wow. The hater fireworks went off. Jesus Christ.
Well, so you think that's going to kill any chance of him being a one and done? Because ESPN removed him from the mock draft.
I'm gonna be honest, man. If you're Bronny and you got a free education over there, I mean, you don't even need a free education. What the hell am I talking about? You ain't doing it for that. Your pops is. I would think so. And I want to know who leaked this because Clutch and that's major. That's major hate. I'm not gonna lie to you. That sounds like major hate. Who would leak
LeBron
that?
Kid was moved out of the mock draft for the next. They say they put him in the 2025 mock draft now.
Bro, it's February. I mean, maybe this is, and again, I don't watch college ball. Fisher's in the building. Maybe Flea is in the building. He could tell us like what happens around February. Is this normal? Is it just because the spotlight's on Bronny and LeBron, and this kind of news is going to be top of the headline? But it sounds like hate because it sounds like AllBall's cousin dropped it off to ESPN's inbox. Does it ruin the chances of a one and done? It ruins the chance. Yes. And LeBron's leverage is gone now, right? He can't go to any team talk about draft my son or else. This ruins LeBron's leverage. He can't just say, go draft my son or else.
Why can't he?
Because he won't be he's not a 2024 draft pick.
I know, but I'm saying, well, if he says he's going to come to whatever team, do you think that will make people just draft him, just have him ride the bench while LeBron moves to their team?
Unless he's seriously pursuing a comedic career, you cannot walk into any organization's office and demand such a thing right now when they put that on ESPN. That's what I'm saying. That is major hate on Clutch and LeBron because it's ESPN but this is what comes with it. This is what I was saying with LeBron. You got to kind of be careful with promoting your son as you. Let him be a little bit. I know it's you, so he's going to get a certain amount of attention regardless. But you kind of would you be embarrassed, or would you take it would you take it on the chin? It would hurt, right? But do you get embarrassed because, hey, Dad, shut up already? Or is it just it comes with the territory?
Great question. Honestly, I have no idea. I wonder. I don't know the relationship,
Yeah. Look at some of these comments. I think Fish is going back and forth with somebody. Not gonna lie, ruin Paul Pierce. No, LeBron ruined it by himself. Paul Pierce on Clutch payroll, I see. Yeah, he kind of is now. Like, out of nowhere. Keep grinding. Eric V, what's going on? Another reason why MJ is the GOAT, he wasn't load managing like these cats are, and they didn't have the medical advancements they have now. Well, I mean, I think even if they did, Jordan's going to be taking PEDs too. But he's going to play every game. He's going to try to break records. He's going to find the reason to just outman you. Like, he's looking to. People don't understand competitiveness is kind of annoying. It's challenging. So that's why I don't know if you got to watch that part with or Dime when we were showing Gilbert Arenas. Like, he was saying that it was the owner's fault that the players aren't competitive. And then he was saying that the players are still, he was saying that it was the owner's fault why the players aren't.
I heard you say that, but I'm saying that's weird.
Right. And then he's saying that the players are still competitive, though. And I'm like, that makes no sense. He was trying to shoot them bail. And I was like, no, Gilbert Arenas. But for me, it was like everything boils down from AAU, stuff like that. I think we see it sprinkled all over the NBA now. SGA, Ant-Man, Jalen Brunson, Giannis. A lot of these guys are still competitive. You're gonna have those one-offs. I think it's harder for the guys that make more money, the role players that make more money. I think it's harder for them to step up and create and have that level of competition. Yeah, there wasn't no pops. Yeah, we read that. Well, that was you. I don't use this against Braun. I have zero proof. I mean, it's all speculation, Dom, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I think even with it, I don't. There was the medicine in the 80s helped out those players compared to the 60s. The fact that they didn't have to go work at a supermarket or be plumbers, that helps them too. Like these are advancements, these are advantages. We don't use it against them. So it is what it is. We know who's performing. We know who accepts challenges, man. We know that you're coasting on defense, LeBron. We've seen that for the last 7 years. We know that. So we're taking note. 2 years of a work. T-Mac. Oh, yeah, T-Mac. Well, why'd you throw a tomato?
Arenas.
Who?
Arenas.
Oh, hilarious. Gerber is the epitome of playing for the money. You think so? Because the way he talks about getting better and shooting 1,000 shots, seeing Kobe get to the gym before he did, and he knew who was who based on that, based on what time he got to a stadium, and he's like, oh, he got here before me? What the hell? I love hearing about Carmelo was saying that you'll catch LeBron in a full sweat at 7, 8 in the morning, full sweat. And it's like, you have to pause and hear these things, especially for me, especially for AllBall. We listen to AllBall all day long, and he drops the mic on Bronny James like that. It makes you realize, like, LeBron isn't just LeBron. He's not LeBron by accident. That's not just a DNA lottery. He's still working out like he is a role player. Like he's a guy trying to make it to the team. Like his life depended on it. He works out that way. That's amazing to hear. It's inspiring. I don't even know if it's inspiring. It's kind of like intimidating. And it makes me realize, like, yo, am I really great at what I'm doing even with YouTube or whatever it is that I'm doing in life? How great am I if this guy is doing that? He's a billionaire. He's a billionaire. I'm not even doing 5 push-ups a day right now. We got to be honest about these things, and we get caught up. We get caught up in these arguments sometimes. Dr. J, Bird, and Iggy apparently showed up at a locker room before the game. Yeah, they did. Dr. J, Larry Bird, and Iggy apparently showed up at a locker room before the game to make players more competitive in the All-Star game. MF responded with a 400 points. I'm done. Was it Dr. J? I know it was Bird, Iggy. I think it was Reggie Miller though, Stockton, which it did make it all that much funnier. Or maybe Dr. J was there. That they showed up in the locker room, Dr. J, Larry Bird, and Iggy, to motivate the players to compete for the All-Star game. I don't know why Andre Iguodala was there. None of these guys are motivational speakers, by the way. I think if Michael Jordan showed up, it might have made a difference, right? If Jordan shows up in the locker room, it changes everything. But Jordan didn't even show up to the Circle of Fame, whatever it was called in Chicago, because he hates Jerry Krause so much, or whatever happened. He was too busy for that. He ain't coming to no All-Star game. Also, Iggy, funny for going with other two. Yeah, he is. What the hell was Iguodala doing? I forgot his picture was there. Don't forget Doc. As far as I think he was saying, as far as superstars that turn the game into like a Hollywood scene. The NBA's one continuous beat the pro shooting drill and the layup line. I worked ABC camp, and you had to go hard in every game, every drill. AAU took away from that. The summer game became play with your friends ball. Okay, because I don't understand the difference. All these things look the same to me, and I think it's all predatory in my opinion. He's shutting down the rim though. Things about Gobert. Problem is the NBA is too switch heavy.
That was what I was talking about with AllBall, talking about guys taking the challenge of guarding elite players. When a screen set, a lot of times the scheme is just you're going to switch 1 through 4 a lot of teams. So talk to the coaches.
Well, talk to the coaches, and also, again, like shout out to I forgot his guy's name. Go ahead.
I was gonna say were probably some players back in the day to be like, hell no, we're not switching. Like, you do not let me switch. Like that kind of attitude definitely exists less now. There's no doubt.
It's harder to do that too.
Yeah.
More possession to do that, and it counters the whole
more space and less just the offensive advantages these guys have. I mean, it's probably so frustrating for these elite defenders. They all the really elite defenders complain about this.
Yeah, I think it's also harder to do that if you're Dennis Rodman in this era. You can be OG Anunoby and Kawhi Leonard, okay, on one end. But you're going to do that for 48 minutes? For 40 minutes? I don't know about that. you're gonna have to guard this. Which for some teams, 1 through 5, Rodman will have to guard. Can he do it? Yeah, that's a lot to ask for. Double the possession or 50% of the possessions. I mean, he played in the 80s, but he had a loaded defense. We talking about guys that we don't even know who's really. Dumas all NBA, but he wasn't a superstar, right? Isaiah Thomas was surrounded by him. Like Rodman is the all NBA caliber guy, but he had a super duper team. It was the last game of the day. Damn, all ball stayed up late. Always, you have to switch, Dime. The league won't allow physical competitive defense, too much freedom of movement, and too much of. They signed up for this. Like this, I gotta look at these articles up. When Michael Jordan said they implemented that once they put the zone in, Michael Jordan said, "Yo, there would have never been a player like me in this era with this zone." Like he admitted this. Back then, he was scared to see someone like himself in the NBA professional level with his own defense and how it would hurt a player like him, which just made no sense compared, with what we see today. They all look like a how you say that? A MJ prototypes. Like MJ is their prototype, the athletic, skilled perimeter guy. MJ is their prototype. So they won't allow physical competitive defense, and that comes from again with the Michael Jordan thing, what they did with the Pistons. Why Bill Laimbeer is still mad? Why Isaiah Thomas was mad back then, bro? We're hitting him, and you're treating him differently than everybody else. That's not cool. It started with that, and nobody wants to say that. Kareem, I understand Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, same thing. They used to give him superstar calls at the end of games, and he would hit and he would shoot free throws that shouldn't have counted. But Jordan, I think, took it to another level. And being a Knicks fan, we witnessed it. We saw it. It used to be awful. And his best friend, Charles Oakley, spoke on it loudly in his book. Wait, I just realized LeBron going to the West, making all balls stay up late, and he hating even more. That's why he's mad, Stocksinho. Kids don't play pickup anymore versus older guys as workouts, structured scrimmages. I'd have to set the tone if I played now in the locker room or practice, because if I'm playing now and this BS trickled in the game, I'd handle it on the bench publicly. I think some people do. Feel like Wemby might make All-Star a little more competitive at least. He showed clear frustration to Ant and then even called out afterwards on media. Yo, listen, let me tell you something.
He'd probably try to do some crazy shit.
Yes, and Wemby, I'm super hyped about him. I'm super hyped about Wemby. He shows competitiveness. I saw a stat, though, that it's only him, I want to say him, Shaq, David Robinson, and Alonzo Mourning averaged like 20, 10, and 5 for their rookie seasons. But he had the lowest amount of win shares compared to them. He had like 2. Alonzo had 8. I think David Robinson had 15 and Shaq had 10. So the win shares kind of scared me a little bit with Wemby. I don't know if that's just coaching. I don't know if that's the team. I don't know what it is. But I think as a fan, he might be clear-cut rookie of the year right now at this point. He has the media. He has the hype is back to him. At least we have that. I haven't watched enough Chet in the last month, but I haven't seen breakout games. Maybe I should look this up.
Chet's a beast.
Chet, I love Chet. I had him as rookie of the year a month ago, up until a month ago. But now it's looking like Wemby finally caught up. He's at the center position for 3 months now. And, doing his thing. So you can look up Wemby. He's averaging 20, 10 rebounds, and 3 blocks. He leads the league in blocks.
Wemby, yeah, he does.
All right. Are we overlooking that?
No. What do you mean? I mean, he's probably going to win Rookie of the Year.
Right. He's meeting expectations, but are we overlooking the fact that he's leading the league in blocks?
Who's we?
He's just
us, the 4 sportsmen, or the media?
Us, the 4 sportsmen as a whole, fans in general. Like, is it like, yeah, that's Wemby?
I think we should maybe give him a little more credit for it. Yeah, a rookie leading the league in blocks is pretty amazing. Definitely.
His last. Let's see. Let's go up to.
You know who you were gonna. But I was saying, when you talked about that rock star stuff though, about Magic and Bird, you have to add Dr. J to the mix. He had that kind of aura.
Oh, he's the OG. He's the OG.
Yeah. Those four: Jordan, Doc, Bird, and Magic. I think Doc doesn't get enough credit for that. I think he should be included in those names when it comes to the early popularity of the 80s NBA. You know, my uncle used to say he used to hear about Dr. J in Iran. Like, you know, that's deep. Back then it was not, basketball was not that big overseas like that. But Dr. J, people knew him. Like not everybody in Iran, obviously, but like my uncle knew him. When he came to America, he said that was a guy he was so excited to potentially see live. So, you know, he has stands, major stands. Dr. J does major. Be crazy if we had Twitter back then. The Dr. J stands.
No, I don't think he wanted that. Dr. J got a lot going on, brother. Yeah. Wemby's last 20 games, 23 points, 3.5 blocks, 10 rebounds even, 3.7 assists, 1.5 steals.
Awesome.
83%
only
from the
28
free throw line.
minutes. He's not even playing 30. He's not even playing 30 minutes.
Exactly. And he played 28 minutes a game for the entire season. And those guys, Alonzo Mourning, David Robinson, and Shaq, they played over 30 minutes a game in their rookie season. He's not even playing 30. He's shooting 49%, basically 50% from the field in his last 20 games, and 37% from the 3-point range. This is sick.
Why doesn't he play more than 30 minutes? Why do the Spurs do that? Is that
It's
tanking?
Pop, the leader of load management. What the hell are they tanking?
I get it, but he's
for?
a rookie. He's 19 years old. Those guys with San Antonio were old when they did that.
We listen, we're on the same page. What was Detroit doing that for? What is Popovich acting like he doesn't have Wemby? But tanking for what? The guy from Purdue is not going to be a top 5 pick. I thought he was going to be a top 5 pick.
So he doesn't
now
get,
look into him. He ain't. You guess what?
So I guess Wemby can be healthy next year with a new high draft pick, so he doesn't get hurt going hard for these games. I don't know. That's what I can think of.
I don't know. It's kind of like it's a big time mystery. Chet is averaging 17 points a game, 7 rebounds, close to 8, 2.7 assists, 7.7 steals, 2.6 blocks. He must be like top 5 also. He's shooting 54% from the field and 40% from 3.
Who? Chet?
Yeah. Surprisingly a bad free throw shooter. Oh, not bad, but just not great. 77%.
Chet's a beast. So the Kobe statue last night, by the way. First time.
Oh, yeah. How are they looking?
So many people were gathered around it. It's such an interesting location. It looked awesome, except the face is not great, but like, I mean, really cool. Like just the nice, like his body looked sculpted very nicely. Not sound weird. The triangle base, the actual base of the statue, like the like where the block that stuff is written on it, 4 sides. It's beautiful. It really is like the most detailed one of them all in terms of putting stuff. They had the whole box score on the back side of the statue. The whole box score of the 81-point game. Into the technical fouls and defensive 3-second violations. Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And the one thing I'll say is when you walk towards Star Plaza, which is where all the statues are, Kobe's is dead center, and it's the highest of all of them. Like the finger is so high in the air, so it really stands out like it's his arena, which I think is really cool because it is kind of his arena.
That's amazing. Just to finish up the Chet Holmgren versus Wemby thing, Chet's last 20 games averaging 15, 3 assists, 8 rebounds, 0.8 steals, 51% from the field, 40% from 3. But what's even crazier is Chet's last 10 games, he's going bananas. One second. His last 10 games, Chet Holmgren's averaging 19 a game, 1 steal, 3 blocks, 8.5 rebounds, but 60% from 59% from the field and 50% from 3. These guys look like straight up video games. They look crazy. And they're winning. They won what? They won 5 in a row. Yeah.
Easy.
OKC won 5 in a row. They blew out Washington. They beat Houston at Houston. They blew you guys out by 22. That's amazing. They blew out everybody in the last 5 games. Damn, by 14 or more. Oh, 13 or more against Houston last night. Nah, OKC's on a roll right now. I gotta rewatch some of their games. Yeah, they're killing right now. They are killing. Let me
SGA
finish up
is
these
just
comments.
unreal one-on-one, man.
He is, but Ant-Man doesn't like all that the favorable calls.
Ant-Man? Yeah, he doesn't. But he's just so good, though, man. What am I supposed to say?
I mean, last year he stepped up. I'm hoping Julius Randle takes notice. Who else? Certain guys need to take notice. I'm blanking out right now.
Who?
Cat's a guy that Julius Randle. He's doing something similar this year. We're shooting less threes. I hope he shoots 1.5. He averages 1.5 next year because I'm sick of him just thinking that anything next to 2 or 3 3-pointers is just it takes away from his strength.
We're getting to
It's
the
gonna be
basket.
tough with-
Downhill.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough with the shoulder though to do all
Definitely
that.
does.
We need a commissioner and league office that are serious basketball people, not business first. Well, it's too much money, man. How much? Let me see. How much does the NBA revenue? Oh, now it's $10.5 billion during the 2022-2023 season. The 30 franchises.
I'm so hyped on this logo stuff, this new change. I can't believe it. I actually like my team's jerseys again. It's very great. Doc in the movie The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh was Dr. J. Real swag at the time. I got to watch The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh. I can't believe I haven't watched it yet. Have you seen it?
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I have not seen that. So the U.S. dollars, this is the revenue. According to Statista.com, the NBA is at $10.5 billion in revenue per year. And they were at 8 like 5 years ago. Can we click on it? Because Statista makes you go crazy. Except necessary. Oh, they do have it. Boom. So this is the NBA revenue. This is the last that I remember was at 8 billion in 2018, 2019. Of course, they dipped during the pandemic. And everyone keeps pointing, and this is what I keep telling everybody. They keep pointing to the ratings, right? What do the ratings mean? If ever since Michael Jordan, right? This is before right after Michael Jordan, the NBA revenue was at 2.6 billion. It's now at 5 times that. It's now 5 times that, guys. It's hard to stay away from the business of it. It's hard to tell Nike and these guys to stop paying the parents so that they don't reclassify and they should be playing the older guys in the team. It's all a business that they're selling. They topped. It's 2 years back to back that they topped in revenue. Their own revenue. Mark Cuban is not talking about NBA television ratings. He's talking about being reposted on Twitter, Instagram, social media. Why? Nobody's talking about this. Because if you're LeBron, if you're Draymond is the prime example of all of this. He is the example. I punched somebody in the face, and you're looking forward to my podcast after the game. Again, Dom said it earlier. Dr. J is the guy who started all this. Well, he was in a commercial for Converse and whatever it was in 1977, let's say. Well, that meant you're watching Dr. J, this elegant Billy D. Williams type of dude, at 6 o'clock at some point in time on TV or randomly on your television screen. Women were in love with Dr. J, right? Your girl, your mom, your aunt, your grandmother. You said some dudes are too?
I said, I'd assume so.
Right. So your family is now involved and invested in knowing who the hell Dr. J is. Well, Dr. J is going to be known for playing basketball. So now you're promoting the game outside of the game. So that's money that the NBA doesn't even have to spend on marketing. So guess what? When you have Draymond Green doing a podcast and he's going crazy, and my girl knows who Draymond Green is, who's that guy? He plays basketball. Really? And he's punching people in the face? That's crazy. That's what they know you for. But the NBA doesn't care. It's all Vince McMahon WWE style now. They're on 24/7. Football doesn't have anything like this. That's why football is winning. Because they're anti-basketball, where we're on once a week, and you really don't know who our guys are. They could walk the streets damn near. Because there's 50 guys on our team. They're kind of anonymous. We don't need them to have podcasts to promote the game, to promote the product. The NBA kind of needs this because obviously we have so many places where we watch the game at. You watch a highlight, Dom tells me, yo, you just saw that dunk? Nah, I didn't see it. It's gonna appear on my phone in the next 3 seconds. I can look it up in a matter of time. That's all NBA promotion. It's so watered down in a sense. They have no reason to sit there and tell themselves, hey, ABC, we need your ratings. And mind you, shout out to AM Hoops. The NBA is about to have like a $75 billion TV deal. $75 billion. That's the reason why Jaylen Brown just signed for $300 or $400 million, whatever the hell it was, $300 or $400 million. That's why these guys are gonna up the ante on it. That is not an accident. That is proof that they know these TV deals are going to be astronomical, close to $1/10 of $1 trillion. $1/10 of $1 trillion is what a sporting event does that nobody watches the game supposedly. So everybody that's talking all this BS about, oh, nobody cares about the NBA, the game is this, the game is that, but people ain't going to stop watching. They're going to keep reposting. They're going to keep commenting. They're going to keep having shows like this where we talk about it and revolve our lives around it. The NBA economy, the basketball economy is sick. It's insane. Am I ranting too much, Dime? I'm sorry. I need some water.
No.
KD is sensitive and players know it. Fans think saying stuff will get. Huh?
So many people are saying on the comments to Locked On Clippers, PG needs to stop his podcast.
Oh, really? Who said that? Who said that first?
Because of his play. Because of his play. Like, he needs to stop.
Oh, really? KD is sensitive and players know it, and fans think saying stuff will get in his head. And even Pat Bev would say what the fans said if it got in players' heads. Yeah, KD is sensitive, but I did like how he handled that situation. Like AllBall said, I did love the fact that he's like, nah, don't kick him out. Just, yo, who you talking to? And the lady tried to give him a pound. She looked stupid at the end of the day. She yelled something crazy at him, and she's lucky she didn't get kicked out. Ninjas sleep with a basketball no more. They don't sneak out the house at night and shoot in the park. They don't shoot in the snow. That's sad. Knock it off, John Smith. Calling a player a B got nothing to do with sensitive. It's respect. Yeah, I think he has the right to do that in a way. It is a new era. It ain't the 1960s. But I think we're always going to call KD sensitive and whatever because he is sensitive and he has a burner account. And he just acts like he's too cool for social media while being on social media. And that doesn't work because we're going to laugh at you. Fabian needs a drug test. What else is new? I'm not on drugs, by the way. That's crazy. Jason Tatum, I think, tries. You think Jason Tatum? Oh, yeah. Jason Tatum does try.
Yeah, I just think he makes bad decisions on the court, but I don't think he's a lack of effort. And every regular season, he brings it for the most part. He's pretty available.
Yeah, let's not confuse being cool, like just having a cool mentality, cool approach.
He's a little bit nonchalant.
Life. Right.
Yeah, to life. He just seems like a very, laid back, relaxed guy.
But you have to work hard to get that level of skill. Like he's amazing.
100%.
Doesn't sit much. Oh yeah, true. What games does Jason Tatum sit?
Very few. He gets load management once or twice a season.
Sad that we have to point that out and oh my God, yeah, he's one of those. Pat Bev will call him a B if it got in his head. Real fans will call him a B, and he's scared of Draymond. That is how this. That is the other thing. He let people punk him. Fish. Let's be honest. John Smith is about respect. Fans talk that trash. Then y'all get surprised when Cam snatch y'all up. Cam Newton. But
Cam Newton fight?
Yes. Cam, I don't know. That's crazy. I don't know how you get into a situation like that.
Look, he dragging those dudes though. And he was 1-on-3-4.
Yeah, because Cam Newton's a big dude. Cam Newton is 6'7", 250 pounds made minimum. He's like a fullback at quarterback. Cam Newton is I would never. Are you crazy? I would talk crap to him from a little bit of a distance. And even then, you think you could outrun Cam Newton? You don't want him to catch you. You got to be in some kind of beyond shape. They got lucky he didn't break some jaws, man.
There's this one person on my Locked On comments, Marcia Aaron, and every comment they make every day is, we need to get Kai Jones. Every day for months now. Need to get Kai Jones.
Who's Kai Jones?
The guy on the Hornets that got kicked off the team with going.
Oh, no. Yeah. He's a weirdo. No, you don't want that.
It's like this burner account or something. Every single episode she comments, or I think it's a she, commented about Kai Jones and how Kawhi, anytime he's spaced out in the corner, it's like he can't be sitting in the corner. Like sometimes, Kawhi catching shoes, not bad, but so funny. Every episode, Kai Jones.
It's tough when you have 4 former All-Stars. So fans need to respect, but players can say anything. KD gets paid to play. Fans can say what they want. We're entering a world now where fans are saying stuff and you can't get kicked out. So you kind of you're gonna have to adjust. There's nowhere close like Philadelphia, Boston, and New York 20 years ago, 10 years ago. Like KD wouldn't have been able to last out here. And it's so crazy to see how KD he is very sensitive and his de-evolution and even LeBron, like you pointed out before, Dom, like these guys were so happy-go-lucky as kids. Then they just walked through a door when they were like, yo, man, this ain't fun. You guys are against me. The media doesn't like me. It's like, the media loves you. What the hell are you talking about? John Smith, go to a game, run your mouth to where a player can hear. See how fast you ask for security. Yeah, man. These guys are 6'7", 6'10", 7 feet tall. John Smith, are you of age? How old are you? I'm 41. I don't want to run from anybody right now. I don't even do that. By the way, I would never go to a game and I never booed my own players. I might talk some trash again to the opponent, like to talk trash to the opponent.
My own team, but not my own players. If that makes sense.
I'm not
booing my own team, but not an individual player.
I can see if they're on a losing streak and they're just an embarrassment for the last couple of years or whatever it is. But I don't know. I've just never been a fan of that. But to heckle a person to the point where they want to get you upset, it is our job to get in their head. And that's, again, Gilbert Arenas always points that out. When they heckle Kenyon Martin, I think Brandon Jennings, they always point to and Rashad McCants, you can't say the B word, you can't say this. They ask Gilbert Arenas, what's the trigger word for you? He goes, sub. Like, you're trying to sub me out of the game. That's his trigger word. Like, I don't care what the fans say. I get paid for that exactly. And he's right about that, Fish. Yo, I don't care what you say to me. As long as you're not throwing stuff on the court to really physically get in my way, physically obstruct me, I would think it's okay. Not okay in a sense where you're a human being. You shouldn't even be talking like that. You have children you bring into the game. What are you doing? It's a family game also. So the NBA is trying to curb that. But yeah, John Smith, are you going to say this to a player's face and get Undertaker kicked in your chin? Because that's going to be hilarious if you get to do that on camera. I would love if you say, yo, it's me, John Smith, from your comments, and you get kicked in the face like that. That would be amazing, John. First Amendment, it protects freedom of speech, the press, assembly. Hey, listen, John, please exercise your First Amendment rights on that court with Draymond Green. Please do it. I want you to get somebody riled up to the point where my First Amendment rights, please do it on camera. I want to see you be the first fan to get flung through that rim. Are you crazy? That's what Fish is saying. You're being protected by the refs, security. You're being protected when they kick you out of a game. Unless you are 6'10", John Smith, and I don't know who the hell you are, unless you are one of those guys, they're going to whoop your ass. And I'm going to find that gladly entertaining, and I will replay that on this channel 100 million times. And we will laugh at you. You'll still be family. You'll still be AllBall family in the comments. But I will definitely be laughing at you at least once a year after that. We will have to bring up that video. Well, John, you are a wild boy. John Smith, me as a former player, I got the freedom to drag you till security gets me. Look what Fish just told you. I'm telling you, John, you don't want to get your ass whooped by a dude that's bigger than you. Logo looks like NATO, yeah. That's why you use sign language up close and yell from the stands. Yeah, you mean from back in the nosebleeds. What if I'm bigger and stronger like the Big Show and calling you a B? So it's okay, then it sounds like discrimination to me, my brother. Yeah, unless you are one of the Joker's brothers, John Smith, then of course. We're talking about real life. This is crazy. This is the reality of things. It's just like if there's a cop that's half my size, regardless of what their background is, you're half my size, and you're arresting me. I respect, shout out to Patrice O'Neal, God bless the dead. I respect the law. I don't really respect you, like the law of nature. I don't respect that if you're half my size trying to arrest me. You're lucky I don't elbow you or laugh at you and run and just walk away. John Smith, you better be these guys' size are talking like this. You talking big talk. I want to see John Smith on his court at half court. I dare you to pull up, John Smith. I'm praying you do this. I want to laugh. John Smith, that guy better have hands because boxing was part of my workout. The mindset you're giving, what isn't good for sports, is dangerous. Your ticket doesn't justify that. Thank you, Fabian. I knew Bucks was going to fail a lot before even the season started, but I expected a playoff choke. They already failed, not a contender. I agree. They're not a contender anymore. And I think this is when Dom has to concede his whole regular season talk. There are these challenges of the regular season where the Bucks failed enough, especially defensively, or especially on defense.
But I still give him a chance because of Giannis, an outsider's chance, top 5.
There's no way possible that you can make that statement and then say that the Knicks are not a contender, meaning they have 1 out of what chances in your mind if the Bucks have 1 out of 5?
All right, I'll say them. Okay, I think one of 3 teams is going to win the chip, but I'm starting to get shaky on one of them. Boston, Denver, Clippers. I'm starting to get shaky on Clippers. I think that's it. If I had to choose,
but that's fair though. Talent, skill, what they've shown so far in the regular season, experience, Kawhi mostly, but that is fair to assess that. There's a combination of things that led you to that point. Same thing with the Bucks, Giannis experience, even Dame's experience, Brook Lopez, all these guys, a lot of champions on that team still. I can see why initially or at some point in the season you still gave them the benefit of the doubt. But today, right now, they're still in your top 5 teams of who can win a championship.
Who, the Knicks or the Bucks?
The Bucks. That's what's wrong with you kids today. Everyone's trying to argue their point. Don't think about the point.
I'd say
think about what you're saying.
I'd say
okay.
No, they have Glenn Rivers now. Actually, never mind. They have Glenn Rivers. They can't win the championship. They have Glenn Rivers. They can't win the championship.
You just stole my you just stole my, what do you call that? That card. That card up the sleeve
Trump
like that.
card?
You just stole it. Yes. You just stole my trump card. But if they're 5th, even with Doc there, they're 5th, who's 4th? Denver Clippers. Who's in the West?
I don't think Minnesota and OKC are going to win it all. They're a couple years away from that.
But do you have okay, hold on. But do you have the OKC or Minnesota ranked higher than the Knicks? Who has a better chance?
Same exact conference final ceiling. Same exact thing. Conference final ceiling this year
for all 3 teams. And you're factoring, of course, an experience is like, all right, this ingredient is like, okay. So, but there's no, out of those 3 teams, who has the better chance of making it to the finals, in your opinion?
Wow, that's tough. It's really tough. I'm going to go with the Minnesota Timberwolves, as crazy as this sounds. I really am. Their defense is so good.
It is. I understand their logic.
Gobert, I don't like him, but he might have the best chance of giving Joker some issues. But I got to go, by the way.
All right.
Peace. Good job.
That was Dime Dropper. If Embiid is healthy, yes, Philly is 1. I agree. I would be surprised a lot if Bucks even make what Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah, like we wouldn't be surprised if Bucks get bounced at the first round, right? Take your anger out on an opponent while getting sued by fans when you touch them. Nah, man, get out of here. Listen, you can take your anger out on the opponent, but nowadays it's like, I agree with you, John. Like a lot of these guys are too sensitive, and they're allowed to express their sensitivity. And you wish it was just like take it out on the opponent. You shouldn't let Draymond talk to you like that, KD. Like Draymond talk to you like that. So I get what you're saying, John. But at the same time, it's Draymond, and KD's clearly scared of him. He's not scared of that fan, so he's picking and choosing when to really, you understand. So I think what Fisher's point is that we still have to deal with the law of the universe. Where getting your ass with is part of the equation. Kevin Durant is scared Draymond will whoop his ass. He's not scared that this lady who's talking crap to him is gonna whoop him. Bottom line. Lob City was 5 Slammer Jammer 2.0. Exciting, but not a smart championship level team. No, but come on, the ingredients were there. Just the ingredients, not like I'm putting my house money on it. Nah. Nobody's hitting the lady. Yeah. KD don't man up when it's Draymond, but a little lady. But yeah, he's not. Fabian Lob City was never a championship level team. No, and they proved so. But they had a chance to, like if Blake Griffin would have developed a spin move with a left hook, if he would have ran point guard more sooner, if Chris Paul didn't dribble that many times. Clippers wasn't better than any of those final teams. Nope. And they proved so. What skill? Blake wasn't a get a bucket in crunch time. They were Lob City for a reason. Yeah, I agree. But he developed it later on. He really did. I was surprised. I stopped being a Blake Griffin guy. After he stopped averaging 10 rebounds a game, that was nuts. Lob City had the same exact records every year on the dock that they had under Vinny Del Negro. Think about that. Yeah, I agree. The results are the results. Hating on his son that had cardiac arrest, not gonna lie. Didn't laugh this time. I will off myself if the Lakers draft him. He's a sicko. AllBall's a sicko for doing that. Toxinho. Lakers beat Celtics with LeBron and AD. Lakers played the Knicks at full strength. We need to get healthy and let Mitch work on KP and Tatum. I watched highlights of Mitch. He's a game changer. Yeah, man. The only thing is, again, he's coming off injury. Hartenstein. It also gives Hartenstein a chance to rest. Achua, like to have that 3-man rotation in the front court. I know what Bob Myers said. I'm well aware of that. Not having a cut in your rotation is 8-9 guys in the playoffs. That means you're not really you're not really a championship team if you have to have an 8, 9, 10-man rotation. And also it's like having the fastest pace in the league. And we broke that down before. If you're top 5, if your team is top 5 in pace in the league, you're not really a championship team either. It's usually those top 5, 7 teams, top 5 or 7 slowest teams in the league in pace. They're in the mix for the talks of championship teams. Mitch with good shooter Celtics will lose. They were blown out of the floor by Austin Reeves and the LA bench. But that was one game. He caught him off guard. The Celtics could have been sleeping that day. Is that the Celtics' last loss was against the Lakers without Braun and AD? Jesus Christ. I wonder who leaked it. Bronny game was never a draft pick game. It was a we want LeBron, so let's draft Bronny type game. But the leak is savage. Yeah, Fish. You agree, right? There had to be somebody leaked it to ESPN because that's just, how'd you announce that? I don't think except one time where LeBron said, yeah, for sure, Bronny is better than some players in the league in the locker room after a tough loss. You can blame LeBron for Bronny getting hate. I think all the players do it and they come to the kids' games and it's tough. You want to be a parent. So I don't see anything wrong with that. But I forgot about that comment, Stoxino. That comment is dumb. And it says a lot about what LeBron thinks and how he acts. Like that's how, if you're a teammate, how do you think you really, how would you feel if he said that? Bronny's recovering from cardiac patient. Let's keep that in mind while he's dropping off. John Smith, you can't be the one advocating for these fans talking crazy in the stadium and then have like a pure heart for Bronny James. This is what happens when you're on the cusp of making $1 billion or whatever it is, $1 million a year. Is it okay? Is it right? I'm not arguing none of that. I'm just saying we're dealing with human beings who are nuts. Madison Square Garden used to be full of nothing but gamblers who were throwing banana peels at Phil Jackson, as I will always repeat. That's who was filling up Madison Square Garden. We still have gamblers who probably not allowed to throw bananas on the Madison Square Garden court anymore. But you know, you do it from the comments now. And that's what you're going to get for Bronny James. And then LeBron, come on, he's the most polarizing player ever. Maybe has to be the most polarizing player ever. And it's your son, and you just said that your son was better than some people in the locker room. That's on your team. Don't your number one job is to protect your kids. Like all this, we've seen LeBron James is a child star. So maybe he thinks it's okay. And I'm pretty sure they're going to be okay. They're going to be okay. Michael Jordan's kids, he tried to play ball. He wasn't all that. And he was bigger than LeBron. Michael Jordan was, believe it or not. We weren't following his kid the way 18 because he wasn't. We were like, well, yes, that's Michael Jordan's son. He wasn't this good. And I don't know who's better. We're gonna have some fun. Who's better? Michael Jordan's son or LeBron's son? Hilarious. What do you have on background, Dime? And this is the new setup now for Dime. I think he's at in place of employment, Slaxino. Bronny James has a congenital heart defect that causes cardiac arrest. Okay. There's a lot of players that had that. Look at not Andre Drummond, the dude who was on the Nets. Jeff Green. Remember Jeff Green going through that? There were a couple guys. I want to say Hakeem Olajuwon. I mean, players who have passed away from it. Bronny was obviously there was a lot that happened with him in the summertime. I understand being sensitive, John. John Smith, how are you sensitive all of a sudden? Yeah, you kind of what's going on, John Smith? You went from 7 foot, ish talking from the crowd, Joker's brother, to driving Miss Daisy or trying to be nice with these words right now. But what are you doing, John Smith? Gilbert worked out with Kobe one time. He worked on his shot because he liked to shoot. I still think he worked on it though. Yeah, it was Doc. I'm sure 100%. Gil said they gym work, then beach work, and Kobe said, "Okay, see you at 3 p.m. last workout." Wemby looks like a nice person and have a great mindset for the game. He looks like a nice person, and he also looked you talk about competitive. What he did against Giannis, against Chet. I'm just excited to see that. Number 1 pick. Pretty sure he's heard the rumors. John Moran yammed it on him. They're looking to make him, remember, he's potentially like a circus act. That's how they're writing him off. Oh, yeah, Shaq saying, oh, yeah, Bobo's as good as you are. Like we've seen this before. It feels like he's heard everything we've said. We've heard all the doubt. He's heard all the doubt from us. And by us, meaning I'm not a hater. But, to John Smith's point, we're going to talk crazy. I think Wemby's heard the talk. He's heard the players. Some players probably were talking a little too much. And he's responded. But the way Kevin Durant and LeBron James talked about Wemby, LeBron James said he's, basically got GOAT potential, GOAT level potential. Flea, hope you're listening. GOAT level potential Wemby does. Mitchell Robinson backed up his words and shutting down Spurs Victor Wembanyama on November 9th, 2023. Yeah, but that was like his second game in the league. But let's take pride in that, John Smith. You are correct. Shut the new king down, the prince. I mean, it's the Spurs. Who holds him back? Popovich has, Stoxino. You haven't seen this? Popovich had Sohan at point guard. Nuts. Doc in the movie that the fish that saved Pittsburgh was Dr. J. Real swag at the time. The game closed. Rolls Royce was him. Dark horse at best. Bucks. Are they really a dark horse at this point? How dark is that horse? How dark is that horse, Stoxino? We see you a mile away, Giannis. Where the hell are you hiding? What bush you hiding behind? Huh? You know what? I'm taking that back. I forgot the coach for a second. So did Dime. Yeah, see? I mean, it's free after Boston, and Boston somehow put a CTE show, which wouldn't be surprising. I can see Knicks in the finals, but I definitely don't see 2 big upsets in a row. I think fully healthy, the Knicks can compete like that. But Boston, I mean, you got two guys, potential superstars, two All-NBA guys. And then you have the role players. Then you have Drew Holiday, who's not talked about enough in this era. I'm surprised that Tatum isn't more of a defender, and you have Holiday and Tatum just doing. I thought they would be even more vicious defensively because of Holiday and what Tatum did for Kevin Durant and Kyrie. And that was a great pickup too. That's not talked about enough. Drew Holiday, the way that Boston stole him from Portland, just kind of. Do we regret as Knicks fans not trading for a Drew Holiday? And what was the Drew Holiday trade? Celtics made a major move on Sunday, acquiring Drew Holiday. Damn, for Robert Williams, Brogdon, and 2 picks. What kind of picks were those, though? Because you weren't going to trade Mitchell Robinson for him at that time, especially. Golden State's first. And a 2029 unprotected Boston first to the Blazers. A 2029 unprotected is like 4 years from now. Do you not expect Tatum to be healthy? But that's a tradable asset. And then Brogdon is big time 6th man of the year. Robert. I mean, that was a big trade, though. That means we would have had a trade, let's say, IQ and Mitchell Robinson for Drew Holiday and 2 first-round draft picks. Yeah, it wouldn't have been worth it for us. Like, that's the equal to that. Yeah, so we wouldn't have been able to make that trade. But just it shows you, where Boston is just savvy. Brad Stevens is savvy. They're right there. Joe Mazzulla, he's not quite Luke Walton. Fabian always stays here while others join and leave. He's gonna show up at our funerals too. It was more so LeBron's passive aggressive act than gassing up Bronny. That comment you forgot. Yeah. I don't think. Yeah, right. I agree with you. I don't think he was gassing up Bronny. It was more like passive aggressive, which is typical LeBron. But that passive aggression, I don't think it's good for his son. It's even being a short term. And again, they're all good. Like, come on, they're billionaires. Yeah, Big L for sure. You can't excuse that enough. Regardless, LeBron's comment. He said he's at work. I asked for DMs from DM. Yeah, he is. Oh, damn, you asking the DM? I think Bronny has more upside than Marcus Jordan, but they're equal talent. Neither were nice. They're saying Bronny's really good on defense, though. Nice person, soft. I meant like his soul in the right place. That's what I look like so far in the last few years from what we saw. Wemby looks and moves like I ain't got started yet. Wemby moves like next year I'm going to really play. I totally agree, Fish. I totally agree. How is Wemby? Well, the win shares throw me off. Can we calculate win shares based on like the last 10 games or whatever? Can we do that? I don't want to do that. And I'm getting kind of tired. I'm hungry. But I definitely want to calculate that for all you smarty pants out there. He looks like an MVP candidate in the next year or two. He just does. Wemby's gonna do a block show in an All-Star game and gonna have MFers to get more competitive. Flea is banned from younger player evaluation until that player's season 6. I agree. Because Flea be hating. Like, we can't project anything. AllBall didn't like me posting the kid playing taps after the Knicks lost versus Boston. When you and AllBall meet up and how? Me and AllBall or Diamond AllBall? Brad Stevens got to be the best GM in the league. I don't know. I mean, he's up there as far as evaluation goes and stocking up draft picks. You do have the OKC guy Sam Presti. Brad Stevens inherited, I think, a great situation though with Danny Ainge because they fleeced the Nets, right? That's how they got Tatum. Let's not forget that. But your job is to at least maintain what's been working, especially if it's at a high level. So I would have to agree, especially getting a Drew Holiday trade and upgrading. We all agree it's an upgrade. Robert Williams is injury prone. We'd rather have Drew Holiday than Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart cost them games. There's a link Turbo, but I'm about to be out of here. Wemby is the guy I wish Kobe could have worked with. He worked with Tatum. Tatum still got to prove he has Mamba mentality because we said Derek Rose is the last guy with Mamba mentality. I can't even imagine what Wemby going to look like at his best in the future. I was Wemby believer, but he exceeded my expectations for the first season at least. Yeah, I doubted him. I think we all doubted him. I definitely doubted him, and then I saw like too many highlights. I was like, this is nuts. Fabian perspective, expected, so accepted. This is Knicks Rehab. I'm wondering if I should just, I mean, it's all Knicks Rehab because people love the Knicks when we do this. And when we clip it up, people are going to watch, the reaction videos and stuff. And I'm wondering if we should, if I should change it to friendly fire in the background. So you guys know it's just friendly fire. Don't expect anything Knicks. We were just talking about like Gilbert Arenas and ruining the game, whatever, or how the game was ruined. I think we'll just do friendly fire next time. I got to be more on point. Wemby has the Mamba mentality already. He does. He definitely does. This was Knicks Rehab mixed with friendly fire, mixed with AllBall reaction, mixed with Dime Droper in the mix. Share, like, comment, subscribe. We got super chats. I gotta get the Cash App up there. Me and AllBall, we live in New York City, by the way, Stocksinho. Talking about what, Fabian? Talking about what Fabian said. I'm getting tired, Stocksinho. I'm out of here. Drink some coffee. Yeah. Tonight, Knicks Pistons, 7:30. We expect to win. Hopefully, Thibodeau doesn't do anything stupid. Thanks for joining us. You guys are amazing, wonderful. All that. Pleasant. Oh, look, who is Turbo? What's up, Turbo?
Yes, sir. It's good. What's good?
Chilling, Mom. I'm about to get out of here.
Oh, my fault. My fault. That's why I asked when the next time you was coming in. But I'm going to Atlanta on Wednesday. But yeah. But I just wanted to say real quick, from everything that I've seen this weekend, there's no excuses for Boston to come out the East. Should be no excuses
to not come out of the East.
It shouldn't be no excuse for them to come out the East.
Well, I think Boston is the best team.
They are, but here's the thing. But the thing with them is that they definitely fall in love with the three way too much. And I think that's what could hurt. That's what can hurt them. And
I think Tatum falls in love with the three way too much. I think if Tatum were to go more to the post, there's no way you watching SGA and you don't see that works for him. And it's not going to work for you. How is SGA an MVP candidate over you now? Yeah, there's no way possible SGA is more talented than Tatum. That's all hard. That's all, playing smarter. And people talk about dominant. The one thing people say, like we were arguing, I was looking at a video the other day. We were arguing who's more dominant, dominant offensive player, Hakeem Olajuwon or KD all the time. And I'm like, it's Hakeem Olajuwon. And forget about this, or point to the skills all you want to, but that's the only thing you can point to is their skills. Who could shoot better? Okay. Now let's go to the fact that who's going to get you in foul trouble faster. It's Hakeem. Like that's when you talk about the most dominant players, especially on offense. You're talking about guys that are putting the team in foul trouble. Period. Who's able to do that better? Those are the most dominant players of all time on offense. Not just because you can score the ball and you're more skilled. No way. The game is to get you at a disadvantage all the time. And once you get one foul in the first quarter, you're kind of done.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But I will say this from looking at from what I'm seeing, and like I said this the last time that I was on here, I said the two dark horse in the West are Dallas and the Pelicans. I think the Pelicans can make some noise. I believe that the Pelicans can make some noise. This is going to be the first time we met, knock on wood, that Zion is going to be in the playoffs.
That's sad.
I know, right? How crazy is that Zion will be making his playoff debut? Knock on wood, if he continues to stay, hopefully he'll stay healthy between now and next month, because March is already here. So
I'm so not excited about that.
What?
Zion in the playoffs.
Why? You don't think it?
I don't care. If Wemby was making the playoffs, I'd be excited. Wemby looks like he cares. Zion, Pelicans, I don't see him as a dark horse at all. I think they are exactly what Gilbert Arenas is talking about in them, what they don't want to admit. Zion does not accept these challenges. It doesn't feel like that. He doesn't go 1,000%. He should have smacked Stephen A. Smith as soon as he saw him. It gives credence to what Stephen A. Smith is saying. So, to make a statement like that about eating too many cheeseburgers and he can eat a table and shit, and it's hilarious. But Barkley was a fat boy. That was well known about him, and he still went out there and just grabbed 15
but I see, but there was a difference. Barkley got in shape and started to care. There's, like you said, there's still question marks about Zion. Does he want to be in New Orleans? Or is he playing lazy because he doesn't want to be in New Orleans, or does he want to go somewhere else? That's still a question mark. That's still a question mark.
And regardless of the question, the fact that you have a question mark, that's, as a fan, I'm sitting there going, I don't care if you make the playoffs because I don't believe in you. I don't believe in you. The Lakers could beat them in a 7-game series. I've seen that this year.
That is true. That is true. That is true.
I've seen, as a matter of fact, I was watching them against the Pelicans, the Lakers against the Pelicans. Anthony Davis had 2 fouls in the first quarter, and I think 3 fouls in the first quarter, and they could not take advantage. They started shooting jump shots the entire quarter. Anthony Davis had 3 fouls for the entire first quarter, and they came back into the game.
And they did get blown out, and they did get blown, and they got blown out not once but twice. Because remember that embarrassment in the playing tournament, they got smacked by like 40.
There's just no way that, and that was that was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. But they got their number. It feels like.
That is true.
There's just no way that the Lakers should be beating the Pelicans. They have the OKC. I mean, the Lakers give OKC problems too. For some reason, they just play that smart. I don't know if they're starstruck or what, but those young teams are supposed to blow out the Lakers.
Yeah,
just run and gun them to death. They're not supposed to be able to keep up. I mean, again, kudos to Anthony Davis, of course, because he.
Oh no, he's been playing. I gotta listen. He's been playing. He's played more games this year than he's ever been since he's been with the Lakers.
Right, and then just defensively, he's gonna change so many shots, and he does that against them. Against us, he did that. It was crazy to see. Like, it was a video game. Yeah. So
it's going to be very, very interesting. But like I said, if you ask me which young team between Minnesota and the Thunder that I trust to go deeper to the in the playoffs, I think I would take Minnesota over OKC. Only because they have more veteran leadership. They have more veteran leadership, and their bench and they're definitely much deeper.
Minnesota
the Thunder might have a better 5. The Thunder might have a good 5, but their bench is kind of you can question mark their bench.
Minnesota, I didn't even think about that. Minnesota has Conley.
Yes.
Who else is a vet? Gobert's kind of a vet.
Gobert is a vet. He's been there almost 10. He's been in the league almost 10 years. So you might anytime you're in the league 10 years, you're a vet. You're a 10-year vet.
Yeah, but Conley has that that grindhouse
Yeah,
experience.
yeah, and he played in the conference finals before, so he knows how to where to get there. And then Towns is almost about to be in the lead almost 10 years. Remember, he got drafted 10 years ago. It was the 15 draft, so Towns is more of a veteran, is a veteran too. Even though he's young, but he's been in the league almost 10 years.
That's a good point. AD always takes Pelicans game serious, mostly puts up great performance. He has most points scored against former team in first game record. Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I like the veteran. Who is the veteran on OKC, man? You're right. And they didn't make that trade. I mean, they traded for Gordon Hayward, and I don't know
That's
if
that's about it.
They won 5 in a row though. You know,
Yeah.
give them their props, but I like what you said. They got the edge with the veteran leadership, and also
they're much deeper, and they're more disciplined. They're more disciplined. You could say they're more disciplined on defense.
I don't know who's more disciplined. I just think Gobert and McDaniels is 6'10", right?
Yeah, they got that 5. They could go so many ways. They could play big and small because you can rush Gobert and Towns can play the 5.
And you got Nas
so
Reed.
You can cross match, and you got Nas Reed coming off the bench, so you can cross match.
I still think, right?
You can cross match. Minnesota can cross match.
Everything you said is amazing. But I still think Minnesota and the Celtics, if Tatum and Ant-Man somehow just turn into something in crunch time, for whatever reason they settle. I've seen it.
Who do you think settles more? Is him or I say Tatum settles more than him.
Tatum settles more. Tatum settles more when Ant-Man is more
attacks a lot. Ant-Man will attack the basket whenever he could.
Well, I think he settles
he's
those two.
No.
He's
more athletic though. But
Ant-Man has settled. That's why when they compared him to D Wade, I'm like, nah. D Wade got to the basket whenever he felt like it. I don't when Steve Kerr and Spoelstra compared him to D Wade, I'm like, bro, you can't even do that. And they're the same height.
I do see a little bit of comparison in D Wade. The way I'm saying, as far as with athleticism wise, when D Wade first came in the league, yes, I could compare him to that.
Right,
but athleticism wise.
But now when finishing at the back, getting to the basket, D Wade got it over him, and he got to the basket with the trees in the court.
D Wade's dunks were more vicious than Ant-Man's?
I don't know who does. That one's tough. Ant-Man is vicious, but D Wade got some dunks.
I know he got some dunks, but I don't know. That I think it was
this one against Orlando. Crazy. The one against Barajah was nuts.
Yeah.
Nah, D Wade got a toss-up.
We gotta do it one day when maybe next week when I come back into town some way we gotta have like we gotta look at the video of their best dunks. Wade had probably more because he's been in the league more, but I don't know. Ant-Man had some shit that we were like, whoa. That's a toss-up though. Because Ant-Man had some vicious dunks. And the one with Varejao was crazy. And then I think he dunked it on didn't he get Jermaine O'Neal in the playoffs? I think so. If I'm not mistaken, I think he got Jermaine O'Neal in the playoffs.
D Wade?
Yeah, I think if I'm not, yeah. Yeah, that's a tough one though, because Ant-Man had some shit. But that's cool that you can switch it. You can slow it up for speed.
Over Carmelo. This is 2 years ago. Pump fake. Oh. Okay.
What number is that? That's 7.
Mm-hmm. I don't think he jumps higher than D Wade. Oh. Oh. Okay, we'll do a Joker. All right. Joker didn't jump. Now, I think this is
I think Wade that you're Wade definitely does have more hops.
This is about to get crazy. Hold on. Let me we ain't
Wade definitely has some explosion. Because we've seen D Wade dunk it with one hand, two hand. Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh no. Like
yeah, that
was oh my God, I forgot about that.
That was crazy. That was probably one of my favorite dunks that I've seen Wade do.
Oh, Perkins was nuts. 2 hands. Ooh, that's what we're talking about.
I was right. I said, yo, didn't he have a dunk on D Wade on Jermaine O'Neal?
That was his move. To throw it over your head like that. D Wade was disrespectful.
Yeah.
Oh. Nah, this ain't, bro.
Nah, it's not close. It's not close. You're right. It ain't close.
Again, so when they compare the Ant-Man to Jordan comparison, I think is strictly some like it's not racist because they're both dark skinned. It's like because he kind of looks like him in the face, I think people think that they remind him of Jordan. D Wade to me naturally reminded me of Mike, a young Mike, because of the way he would slash to the basket. And people thought
I agree with that. I
get Kobe copied all his moves. I get that. So he clearly copied him. But he didn't, like with ease. D Wade was strong getting to the basket, man. Look at this. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Everyone said if AI was 6'6".
Oh my gosh.
D Wade at 6'4".
Can you imagine if Iverson was 6'4"? He would be D Wade. But who do you think D Wade idolized? He idolized Allen Iverson. That's why he said he was number 3.
Allen Iverson would not be no damn D Wade.
What?
No, hell no.
Did you see what he was at? Oh, I forgot. You never watched college basketball. Yo,
I saw his highlights. I saw college, but he's not strong.
Oh, well, but he can still.
And D Wade is more. He can, but D Wade is more skilled than AI. He's more like to me. AI might be at 6'4". He would have been more talented, but he's not taking the game. I don't think he takes the game seriously like D Wade, bro. And the Ant-Man thing, all balls right. Oh my, we gotta relax.
Wade had more. Yeah, Wade's dunks were vicious.
This ain't even Jordan. This ain't even Jordan. So how are we comparing Ant-Man to Mike?
Who's comparing Ant-Man to Mike?
Everybody has, because he kind of looks like him. He's an athletic 2 guard.
Yes.
And D Wade got the same comparisons. Kobe got the same comparisons. Athletic 2 guard who could yam it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Case closed, right?
He was more quick. He was more quicker. Wade is definitely much quicker and much faster than Ant-Man.
It's just that they look alike. Yeah, that thing is like
Ant-Man is more powerful because he played football. He got that football body. He got that
more powerful than who?
I say he got that football body.
But I'm saying I don't think Ant-Man is stronger than D Wade.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I don't. If he is, it ain't by much. They have a similar strength. I don't. And if he's not. I don't think he's faster. I don't think he's quicker. I don't think he's craftier. I don't think he does. I don't think he shoots better than D Wade. And even that, he's streaky and he settles too much.
Yeah.
D Wade, think about it. By the time D Wade came to the league, you had Baron Davis, Steve Francis, Robert Pack years past, all those stocked, shorter
guard, yeah,
even Stephon Marbury. Guard. Yeah, even Marbury should have been more of a D Wade type.
Oh, I agree.
He should have shot the ball more, and D Wade was even better than them because he was shooting 50, I think 49, 50% at times. He didn't have his shots back then. What do you think he's doing in this era?
Oh no, Wade would be killing in this era.
Right. So, and what's Ant-Man's stats?
And it was more fit, and he played more, and it was more physical. And he played against some of the best defenders. So imagine if you had a young D Wade in this era.
Now, granted, he's 22, right? Ant-Man is 22, and D Wade came in the league at 20. I know that much. He came in the league at 22.
At 21, yeah.
He didn't play 4 years at Marquette?
No, I think he only did 2 or 3. 2 or 3.
Okay, so that's because now Ant-Man's 22. He's been averaging 24 and 26. 6 rebounds a game, 5 assists this year. 46% from the floor, basically 47, shooting 38% from 3. I mean, he's a better shooter than D Wade.
Yeah,
he's a better 3-point shooter. But as far as that field goal percentage, see the first 2 years now I gotta take that back. And he's played 72 games, 72 last year, 79. Ant-Man's a workhorse.
Yeah.
I don't even recall him getting injured and missing games like that. He's gonna have that over D Wade too.
Yeah,
he's gonna have that over D Wade. So
yeah.
He's shooting 83% from the field this year, from the free throw line. So that's an indication that his 3-point percentage will go up. Indication of a good shooter, right? 1 steal a game, half a block a game. D Wade, I don't know who's a better defender, but
I think Ant-Man will probably get the edge. I mean, Dwayne Wade was a good defender. I mean, he was a candidate. He made all second defensive team, and I think at one point he was in 3rd place for defensive player of the year at one point. He was
I don't know who's better. But D Wade was blocking a lot of shots for a 2 guard.
Yeah,
he never had the luxury of having Gobert and a McDaniels on his team.
Yeah, so that makes Ant-Man's job a little bit easier.
Yeah, but he still takes the task on. What he did to Mikal Bridges at the end of a Nets game.
Yeah,
totally like he's like you say, he's strong. Like Mikal tried to go past him, he's just like, "What are you doing?" Like a brick wall. Bang, like away from me. So
yeah.
So but early on so far, these first he ain't leaping like D Wade. Like that's case closed.
Nah.
Yeah, that's case closed.
Everything else is fair.
Yeah.
It's fair. But Dwayne Wade was
yeah.
And he definitely attacked the rim more. He definitely attacked the rim more. For sure. For sure.
Oh, let me get going.
Yes, sir.
That's Turbo. I'm Fabian PerspecTV. This is AllBall TV. Knicks Rehab.
Oh yeah, March is
everything.
the corner. The playoffs is almost around the corner, so you're gonna be seeing us a lot more, baby. So get ready. Y'all know the vibe.
Man.
Y'all know the vibe. We about to change the game, and shout out to all our fam. You know what I mean? The other, podcasters, our brothers, compadres. You know what I mean? It's all one fam.
And stop playing around. We're on here almost every day.
Yes, sir.
AllBall TV, you already know, man. We jumping on. Bones got busy. What's going, Bones?
Yes, sir.
Good night, Stock, yo.
Yes, sir. We catch up.
Definitely, we out of here, man.